is this is our Titanic adventure. This is technically game number 1 of Minutemen, and the date is February 28th, 2026. I was telling them, Brent, all that happened after last week's adventure is that the Colonel said, you gentlemen have had a great day, done great things. Get some dinner, get some rest, and we'll convene tomorrow morning to talk about what lays before us. All right.
One question, Aaron.
Yeah.
Because obviously my character wasn't here last week.
Correct.
Do you have plans on dumping me in here somehow?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Carry on.
You're just going to be swimming beside the Titanic.
You're going to be playing the role of the iceberg.
Someone get a hook.
Thanks.
So, let me get my gimmick here. When you guys wake up in the morning, we're just going to cut to the chase here. You guys enter the meeting room, and you see another person there. And that person is not an attractive man. You want to describe yourself, Chad?
Hang on just a sec. Well, basically, I'm pretty much like right around. Let me double check my sheet.
He's got to look at his own description.
Well, I just made the guy, dude. I haven't gotten.
Convert him to memory.
Memorize it.
Well, apparently that my character description is okay. Basically, brief synopsis. My guy, he looks neatly dressed and whatnot. Pretty much average height. He's like 28 like in his 20s, like probably late 20s. So he's a little younger. Pretty buff looking guy, but you've noticed that he tends to sit around. He's just paying attention to things, but he's not saying anything. And you do you can kind of pick up hints. It looks like he's got a scar on his neck.
Very good. The Colonel sees everybody checking him out, and it's like, gentlemen, this fellow arrived late. He will be a member of your crew. I know you will treat him with respect. He does have a slight handicap. He is not able to speak. At some point in the future, I'm sure we could take care of that, but for our purposes, he fits what we need to a T. So, you probably...
You telling me this guy can't talk?
He can't talk. Correct.
You got it.
So, it's the exact opposite of Chad in real life.
Can he hear?
Yeah, he can hear fine. He was...
We need to play this game the longest of any running RPG we've ever played.
Yeah.
To keep Chad's character. I will die to keep Chad's character alive. So.
Chad's not that chatty, is he? Okay. So, gentlemen, I know that your time here has been brief. And your training very inconsequential to the big picture. But we are up against it. And we have decided to press you into action now. You may look amongst yourselves and wonder why you were chosen. And the reason is simple. Out of all of time and everyone that we could have chosen, you gentlemen fit the bill for what is required for this next mission. Without getting into too much detail, a while back, our scholars detected a hiccup in the main line. nothing major, but we sent a team back to check on it, as we do. When I say team, I mean a team of agents just like yourselves. Our people spent 5 weeks in London, 1911, and were about to leave when they stumbled upon something. They found an enemy agent working in a local newspaper. I should explain. We have an opposite number from another timeline. We call them Stopwatch. Stopwatch has goals counter to ours, and occasionally we come up against one another. They are devious, they are cunning, and they will not stop until they complete their mission or die trying, most of the time. So our analysts found this fellow and sent back some notes that they retrieved from before they had to clock out. And once our scholars got hold of this information, we had a sinking feeling, no pun intended, because the list of people that we found, every single person that was on the list was also aboard the Titanic on its maiden voyage. We've been analyzing what could possibly be going on and what they could be up to, and we think at the bare minimum we could counteract what they've done because of this list. This is an important mission for us because the Titanic is a huge historical linchpin, and if anything were to change in the fate of the ship or its passengers, there could be ripples that could shard the timeline from hither to yon, and it's up to us to try to stop it. The reason you were selected is because we have arranged for you to take the place of 5 of the people on the voyage. We need you to get on board and ensure that a list of passengers meet their assigned fate. We also know that Stopwatches has a similar plan. So it's going to be double duty. You're going to have to make sure that the passengers that have to reach the lifeboats can, and you're going to have to sort of deal with the ones that can't. We have a backup plan for dealing with that. You will clock out, or you'll clock into the timeline to a safe house in London on April 8th, 1912. You'll get your tickets from our local agent named Amanda Shaw. She's expecting you, and we'll arrange for items for your trip, including period clothing and some equipment that we sent down to that timeline some time ago. The following morning, you're going to take a boat train from Waterloo to Southampton docks with the other first-class passengers, and you will board the Titanic. We expect you to mingle, try to act like you fit in. We picked you for specific reasons. Some of you have an eye for art, and the people you'll be subbing for were art critic. Some of you have an excellent eye for forgeries, and that will be something that will come into play as well. So a couple of you have a few other skills that would fit, or at least come close to fitting, the passengers you'll be replacing. And of course, our new friend here fits the bill perfectly for the gentleman he'll be replacing, because that gentleman is also a mute, although he was a mute at birth, but no one needs to know that. Once you are aboard the ship, your goal is to locate the passengers that we need to take care of, and also locate the passengers that are on the list for stopwatch to make sure that they don't get them out of there. We have a suspicion that stopwatch has agents on the vessel. That would make sense given the parameters of what they were doing. So there may be active enemy agents working against your efforts. And your job also would consist of rooting these stopwatch agents out. Again, these are dangerous people, so you're not going to be able to treat them lightly. You'll have to deal with them and expect no quarter. Again, during the voyage, identify your targets and route them to the lifeboats. There is one important aspect to this. No action is to be taken until the Titanic strikes the iceberg. After that, all bets are off, and you can tend to your business. So it'd be in your best interest to identify everyone you can and know where they're going and know where they're at before the ship goes down at 11:40 on Sunday, April 14th. On no account should you attempt to stop the Titanic's rendezvous with that iceberg. It could be cataclysmic to the timeline, and stopwatch won't do that either. Any way that would go down would be a horrible disaster. We have untold ripple effect on the timeline. I'm going to hand you a list of passengers here in a minute that you guys can pass around, and this will tell you who you're looking for and who you need to take care of. I will answer any questions.
When you say we're taking care of them, are we taking care of them?
Well, Dave, I need to see you in a separate room.
I can look at Dave and go,
Meet me in the city. Meet me in City of Heroes, Dave.
Aye.
It's funny you should mention that. All right. So here's the thing, Dave. The colonel walks up to you and slips you a note and says, "No, that's not." When you ask the question, he sort of acts like there's nothing we need to be concerned about. But he slips you a note, and the note effectively says, "Given what we saw in training, we know that you'll be an effective leader for the group." And you have a messy duty to perform. You were brought into this mission because your abilities to take care of people are going to come in handy. We don't like to eliminate people in the past, but these are people that were doomed to go down with the ship. And so we are giving you that special task to make sure that that's taken care of. You got that?
So they'll be taking the dirt nap.
Now, please do not advertise what you're up to. Try to be discreet. We will be giving you equipment, and so you'll have to play the hand you're dealt. It's beyond our control in this instance. However, tell me, Dave, what your guns are? What, 40s, something like that? 30s?
Oh shit!
What, your guy died in the 30s, didn't he?
Yes.
So your guns would probably be a little bit more advanced than these people, but I think we could probably get away with it in this case. So you're the only one that's going to have a weapon sent back with it. Please don't advertise that, okay? We don't. Even my superiors wouldn't understand this It's an extreme act for Minutemen, but we don't have a choice here. I'm tasking you with this mission.
So if at some point I am required to pull out this weapon and shoot somebody, my teammates are going to become aware of it at that point.
They don't have to.
Oh.
It depends on when and how you do the deed.
I will attempt to use other items available to me, but if
that would be wise.
We have to.
Correct.
So I look at this list. Well, how many people are on this list?
Well, this was a note, so I'll go over the list in a minute. I can't really
okay,
answer any questions on it.
Okay.
I will say, Dave, I'm not just. This is just made up. This was part of the module. This is part of the adventure to pick someone to do the dirty deed, and this is frowned upon in Minutemen. But like I said, you can handle it at your discretion, right? But remember what I said. You don't want to do anything until the icebergs hit, because anything would raise alarms. You can't, with corpses and people missing. It's too dangerous. So
Okay.
Something to think about. Okay, we can go back.
Well, real quick.
Yeah.
So let me ask you about one of my talents.
Yeah.
I have deadly blow and crippling blow.
Those are both. Listen, if you can these are schlubs. If you can knock a schlub out and strangle them, that's as good as a shot.
I agree. Okay. All right.
You're in.
All right, we're going back there.
All right.
There's one sheet
Sorry about that.
One list has to make the lifeboats, and the other sheet doesn't get to make the lifeboats.
Yes, correct.
Uh-oh.
So,
Pain.
and thankfully they've got this list of of what they wanted. So, I'll shoot you the list over here in a minute. So you saw that the colonel sort of walked over to Dave when he said that, sort of kind of hushed him down. And he said, we're going to try, and he comes back around and he goes, we're going to try to accomplish this with as little violence as possible.
He missed what I said then.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm glad the colonel was in the other room for a few minutes then.
now,
my guy's a pragmatist.
Are there any questions so far?
Am I the only one here based in reality, Colonel? You're going to snap your fingers and send us to the Titanic? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I mean, it would be a very expensive, very well-researched snap of the fingers. But effectively, yes, we have that power.
Sure.
How do you think you got here?
Okay.
I'm
going to ask.
I'm in a coma. Gotta be.
I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
I want to ask. He said, "Take no actions before striking the iceberg."
Yep.
Does he expect stopwatch to follow such guidelines?
Good question. Absolutely. We are both shackled to the same timeline.
No.
Now
wait a minute.
Yeah.
We have to make certain that the ship hits an iceberg.
No. It should hit the iceberg without your help.
That's what I'm saying. We have to make certain that still happens.
Yes.
Nothing can ever change that.
Correct.
Stopwatch feels the same way.
Correct.
It has to hit the iceberg. But if someone dies after the iceberg is struck, when the ship is sinking, if someone dies before they make it to the lifeboat, that's just the way history happened. But what's saying, I mean, if stopwatch is that nefarious and that pit against us, what keeps them from just killing somebody and keeping them in a room until the iceberg hit? You see what I'm saying? It's like,
well, it's quite simple,
they
really. These ships are tightly ran, and the people on them are often quite famous. You're going to be in first class. The majority of the people you're going to be working with are in first class. If they were to go missing, even for one meal, for even sometimes for 1 hour, it would raise an alarm, raise suspicions. Now, is it conceivable that somebody could stash a body for a length of time in a spot somewhere in the Titanic that no one can find. I mean, it's conceivable, but the risk, the overwhelming risk of it. Think about it. What's the first thing you do if that happens? You may stop the boat. You may alter the route of the boat. You may do a full, thorough search. Anything that stops that boat from going on its normal, destined course would ultimately be destructive to both sides.
Okay.
Point taken.
And if you think about it, it makes sense. Any other questions?
So, if this team of lunatics messes this up, you can just send us back before you sent us the first time. We can do it again, right? Is that the way all this works?
Well, boy, that would be convenient. But one thing we've learned about time traveling is that it opens up in windows, and the windows can be hard to catch again. Plus, once we've sent agents back to a time frame, you're going to be dealing with copies of oneself as you go through it gets messy. Let's just put it that way. Sometimes that is possible, sometimes it's not, and oftentimes it's an unmitigated disaster. We'd like to get this right the first time.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
This is for me. Are we talking basically like Prentice level time travel here?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, just one more question.
Go ahead. Keep them coming. You guys have been kept in the dark. I'd be more than happy to answer questions.
Upon the maiden voyage, leaving
South docks of Southampton.
Leaving Southampton, the Titanic makes 2 stops in Ireland.
Correct.
Beforehand.
These stops will be made.
Are we to expect any stopwatch shenanigans at those points in time? Is there anything to be watching specifically, or?
I'd say incredibly unlikely. Again, anything that would stop the time we arrival and departure of the Titanic along its predetermined destined route would be a catastrophic cataclysm.
Okay.
So let me make sure I understand this right.
Yes, sir.
Stopwatch wants some people who shouldn't have to survive and other people who should have died to survive, and we're supposed to make sure the right stuff happens.
Yes.
Bingo.
Yes.
Problem, boys?
Who are we working for?
Well, as I mentioned to you previously, now, we are an organization of folks who have taken on the incredible responsibility of maintaining the temporal stability of the main timeline.
Under whose authority?
What's that?
Under whose authority?
Well,
Who
under
do these people report to? Who are these people?
Our organization is formally known as the Temporal Control Authority, the TCA, commonly known in the vernacular as the Minutemen, which is our agents that go into time and do this stuff. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to explain. But suffice to say, we've been responsible for maintaining the integrity of the timeline from threats exactly like this one. This is not the first time that shenanigans like this have been pulled, not even by stopwatch. Plus you've got people outstanding, people out there like the Black Orchestra or religious zealots that are trying to affect history to make it more palatable to them, and they deem the consequences worth their goals. We don't know why stopwatch is doing this, but it's something to benefit them, and it would absolutely be a detriment to us.
So let's take a look at these names. Maybe Goggles over there can go do some research on them as well.
That's a
Or
fine
point
idea.
at,
Hold on a
Pat.
second. I'm gonna send you guys.
Right, you guys got goggles, right?
Yeah, wear glasses.
Let me send you the list. Hold on a second here.
I'm
At
gonna
least I didn't
bru-
call you.
Talk
least I
amongst
didn't call you
yourselves
Four
for a
Eyes.
split second. I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say to each other.
You guys buying this? I mean,
Oh, thanks, Aaron.
I come
Doc.
up and put my
Sorry,
hand on your
Chad.
shoulder. I'm like, Mr. Alvarez.
I'm sorry.
I said, Mr. Alvarez, you're gonna have
How do
to
you know?
study."
How do you know? How do you know that name?
Obviously, we introduced ourselves to each other.
That's Preston Hayes.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
sorry, wrong thing. Mr. Hayes. You can't be on the fence. Either you're in a coma, or you're getting ready to be transported on board of a ship that sank
Doc,
over 100
everybody, I don't know much about science. Everybody, time travel is impossible. And the colonel's over here telling us everybody in the world's time traveling. The stopwatchers, the black violin players, whatever. Everybody's got time travel, right? You buying this malarkey?
I'm telling you, and it's my humble opinion, that whatever he is saying, he believes in his heart is the truth. You know, in 15 minutes, we could walk through an archway to like Albuquerque, for tacos. I don't know. I'm just saying what he's saying, he believes. I got nothing to go on. And it seems like everything since we've been here has been life and death. We were just clutched from the jaws of death. This could kill us. If we don't get this done, this could kill us. I'm going to ride this out and see where it goes. If nothing else, it'd make for an interesting book.
Hey, Aaron, where is the Colonel guy right now?
He's right there. He's listening to you guys speak.
Okay, because I thought he left the room or something.
No. Right now I've left the room to put together this picture, but I'm done with it now. I'm getting ready to send. So I'm gonna send over and let's see. Can you guys use the? You guys know how to use the Discord chat, right? So I can just send it in there. That way everybody can get it at once.
I'll look over it. Over Chad's
It
guy.
might be better for you to put it in the channel than this channel. You
Okay,
know what
that's
I'm
fine.
saying?
I can put it in. I'll put it in the channel. Good idea, Dave.
Yeah, the Minutemen Hero 3 THD
Yeah.
channel. That way, it's just easier.
Right. So I'm gonna transfer a picture up there. See if I
What's
can-
this a picture of?
the passenger list you need to know. If I can, there it is. God, I'm telling you, I'm blind as a bat sometimes.
Does the list display what their final outcome should be? This one lives, this one dies.
Yeah,
this
you'll
one
see.
lives.
Yeah, yes, it does.
All right.
Okay. Now it's funny. I forgot where I put the list, and I had to go back and figure out where I'm telling you.
The final countdown.
I'm telling you.
In game, Aaron, do you have multiple lists?
And I don't. Hold on a second. Everyone can have the list.
No, I mean actually in the game itself. Like, is there a copy for each of us to have?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, my guy's just gonna look the list over. How many are on the list?
All right. I've just added the list to the channel, so everyone who wants to can have a look. I'll also add it to one of the. I'll also add it right here to. Brent's got a second open sheet. I'm going to put it there, Brent, since you're not using that. That way you can have it on hand.
What's the B, D, C?
Their cabin.
That's correct.
Okay.
Just to make sure I'm reading this correctly,
Yes.
is the pro stopwatch passengers, is their outcome died or survived what we want to achieve or what they want to achieve?
everything on there is what. Yes, you want to achieve what's on your list, and they want to achieve what's on their list. And furthermore,
So,
they
for
want
example,
to screw you. So
right. But
So
for
we want-
example, Charles Huntington, we want to live. They want them to die.
well, I'm not looking at it right this second, to be honest with you. So, but
Yes.
I'll give you a second. I've
Yeah,
got
I see what Brent's getting at here because
We
they've
want
got
all of our-
completely different people than
Yeah.
we do.
right,
We
exactly.
want all our pro timepiece passengers to go exactly the way they're listed.
So if
And
that's
we want
the
the
case,
stopwatch passengers to go the opposite of what's listed.
well, what I'm saying is, if pro timepiece passenger, would those be the ones basically we
Okay,
want to do?
here,
and
let
who
me
cares about the rest,
hold on
or-
a second. Hold on a second. Here's how it works. If it says survived, they survived in the actual timeline. If it says died, they died in the timeline. All right, you understand? So, for example, pro stopwatch passengers, Charles Huntington, he should die. They don't want him to die.
Okay.
So if he doesn't
Yeah, okay, I
die,
got you.
yeah,
So
But
basically,
he
if they
does
say
die, it's a
died,
good thing.
so basically, if they say died, we want him dead. If they say survived, we want him to survive.
right.
Yeah.
So basically, at this point,
Okay, I can't put this. I'm not going to make this a PDF. I'm taking waste of time. You guys have all the lists.
It's fine. I
Yeah,
see it. I
yeah.
see the list. It's
No
fine.
problem.
Okay.
So basically, we could just do the same list without the headers on top. Basically, we want to keep everybody alive that says survived and make sure everybody that says died, and they want to do the opposite.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay. Okay.
That's correct. That's absolutely
So lose the
correct.
headers, and that's what we want.
Yeah.
Is there any other questions that can? And the colonel understands. He's like, I understand that this is not a full declaration of your situation. You could consider this. You could consider this exercise as your final test. You will earn your stripes on this event. Should you be successful, you will be full-fledged members of the Minutemen with all the great things that comes with. Should you come up short, well, we're not sure what'll happen then, to be honest. So either way, I guess it won't matter. So that's something to think about.
We raised my hand one
Yeah.
time. So I have a couple of questions. One, a general question for the group. Who here has had military training, professional military training, and a background in the military? Does any of us raise their hand?
Not me.
And by the way, you don't
Nope.
have to answer if you don't want. I mean, everything in this, but I mean, if you want to be a good team,
No, I'm
you
just
know,
asking the question amongst friends. Okay, so then I look to the captain, Colonel.
yeah,
I looked at him. I go, I've done psych evaluations on the intricacies and compatibility research of special forces teams for America and Britain and several other countries. What madness has happened that's driven you to sheer desperation of putting these 5 in some cases visibly unstable individuals together and attempting to work out a world or universe saving event in the first 72 hours?
Who you calling unstable, Doc?
that
I
he
didn't say you.
he
I
goes,
didn't
no,
say
no.
you.
He goes, that's an excellent question. And you, doctor, are a man of incredible intelligence, and have really taken a deep look into what's going on. I will say this: men more intelligent than even you have done the math on what you're taking place in with. To a certain, we had 5 spots on the Titanic, that we could fill. The people in these spots had to have certain criteria to make everything work smoothly. If questions are asked, if meetings are taken, we have to have people that fit the specifications of the folks that are that we have in our custody, and that does hamstring us to a certain degree. However,
Okay.
I promise you that scholars, archivists, and the bravest men that all of time have to offer have used the finest computers that we have to make the determinations. None of this is by chance, and none of it is random. It is by design. And we try to give ourselves the best possible factors to get the job done. This is not our first rodeo, Doctor, and I don't think it will be our last. Plus, we do have backup should the need arise.
By the way,
So I
when
say,
you
so
when you say computers, I kind of raise an eyebrow and give like a huh.
Yeah,
1920, like 1920s.
you wouldn't even
dude.
know what the word means.
Yeah.
He said
Exactly.
he said filiburger. He don't even know what that is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I say, so this list, we may be 5 accomplished individuals, but this list is quite extensive. What would be the usually when I work a big, list, a big mission, a big job like this, there's a percentage for completion. What do we actually have to say? Is this 100% do it or nothing, or if one of these mokes happen to not make it through, we're gonna be okay?
We don't know. We think so. The people that survived the Titanic are their vitality in the main line is unknown. We can only guess. You've got to understand that the people riding on the Titanic were some of the most powerful, wealthiest people in the world, and so when some of them were disappeared beneath the waves, it had major ramifications, and the inverse is also true. So all I can tell you is do the very best you can, and hopefully, no damage will be done, or at the bare minimum, a very slight damage.
By the way, this list is
Well, wait.
slanted. If y'all counted, eight
I'm
eight
going to raise my
survivors,
hand,
Yes.
10.
and I'm going to say, can we procure some supplies before we leave?
No. Supplies will be given to you at the safe house. There can be certain issues with transporting certain supplies via the method we'll be using.
So, gentlemen, and I
Well,
direct this towards.
Will we have time once we arrive? How much time will we have once we arrive at our destination?
You'll be arriving at 6 p.m. on Monday. That's not right. Let me see here. So you'll be arriving, I think it's 1 day before the thing goes out.
1 day before we hit. So when
No,
does,
no,
when
no.
does-
Before you
No,
the thing
before we get to
sails.
board.
Yeah.
We're
Okay, so it will be Monday. I was right. Monday, April 8th, 1912. That's when
Okay.
you'll be back.
we'll have 4 days on the ship before it
Yes,
sinks.
you're going to be on the ship for the entire voyage. In fact, the
4
entire
days.
duration of the Titanic, you'll be on there.
So when does the iceberg hit?
The iceberg hits. Hold on, give me a second.
Sunday, April 14th, 1912 at 11:40 on a Sunday.
Yeah, 11:40 p.m. Yeah.
So you're going to go
And
back
when
on
does
the
the
8th.
entire thing sink?
Okay, that's the point I was going to try to make. 30 seconds after the iceberg is seen, the ship hits it. 2 hours and 40 minutes after that, the Titanic sinks below the waterline.
2 hours and what?
40 minutes.
40? So
How?
I asked
How
Go
do we
ahead.
get out?
I asked the colonel, I say, so these people need to survive, and so when do they? I mean, yeah, when is our exit window? And if the boat sinks at 2 a.m, if these people are just alive at midnight, is that good? But what happens if they die at midnight 05?
Once the iceberg is struck, the restraints are off. According to research, anything that happens during that chaotic time period is not going to affect the timeline one way or another for the most part.
If they say, if our list says they survive, obviously they made it to a lifeboat. So if we get them to a lifeboat and we see that lifeboat successfully launch, then they should be okay.
Yes. The lifeboats are vital.
So, do we have a couple hours here to
Oh yeah,
when are we
you'll be
shipping out
clocking out tomorrow morning.
Okay, so I'd
But
like
then
to
I'll leave
discuss a couple of strategies here.
You may want to know who the 5 passengers you guys are taking the spot from.
Okay.
All right. So
That helps with the
Paste
planning.
that too.
what's
Paste
that?
that in too.
Okay. So okay. So Pat, you'll be taking the place of Barnaby Parks. Barnaby Parks is a very intelligent, well-to-do professor.
Okay.
Okay.
Where was I teaching?
Military school.
Okay.
Alexander Andrew Atkins. All right. He's a businessman. That's you, Jazz.
Wait, what was his name?
Alexander Andrew Atkins.
Can you pop this list of 5 people? Can you pop that in the window too?
I was typing it up.
Yeah, it's easier if Dave types it
Okay.
up.
And what is he?
He's a businessman.
Of course, the secretary should be doing this, but we won't mention that because that was a fantastic write-up you did, Jazz.
Yeah, you
Did I
did
tell you
good,
that?
dude.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Thumbs up.
Although it's always nice to get an extra experience point, I kind of want you to do it all the time.
Okay, the next person. This one is Andrew Frobisher.
Tell us who it's for first.
I am. This is for Chad's character. Chad, this guy uses a silver-topped walking cane, which it will be waiting for you when you get back. And this guy was a commercial boat operator, like a seaman.
By the way, right here,
Yeah.
I'm just going to hold up a finger and then gesture like I'm writing on something.
Okay, that's fine. By the way, this guy also was mute. All
No,
right.
basically, it's a request. Get me something to write on.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's stuff on the table.
Okay, so I have paper and like a pencil or a pen in front of me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna write how many lifeboats.
Oh, well, I'll have to look that up. I don't know off the top of my head.
427. I bet there was a shitload.
I know not. Let's just say
No,
not
no, that's the
enough.
problem. There wasn't.
Not enough.
Yeah, because they weren't expecting the Titanic to ever have any issues because it was basically the engineers thought it was going to last, and
Right.
they never expected any problems. Hence
Titanic was
Murphy's
equipped
Law.
with 20 lifeboats capable of holding 1,100 people, which was 1/3. There you go. 20 lifeboats.
Okay, I'm also going to write on the paper what if somebody sabotages some of the lifeboats.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be a thing.
Lastly,
64 was the number of lifeboats that could have carried.
Dave, you will be taking the
Sorry.
role of Jonathan Lindy. All right, Jonathan Lindy was a kind of a he's basically known as a very tough to deal with, very gruff, big, mean looking guy who basically runs. He runs like a bunch of like boarding houses, like a bunch of them. Like he's the guy at the top of the food chain for them, and he's known to deal with the tenants quite harshly.
But he'll leave the light on for you.
Yeah, he'll knock your light out though once you come
Beat you
in.
with it.
So basically a slumlord.
Did I get everybody? I think that's everybody.
No,
Brent.
you didn't
Oh,
get me.
I totally forgot Brent. Brent, you're going to be playing Barney. What's this? Gosh, how do you pronounce that?
Rubble.
Kensington. Kensington. Barney Kensington is an artist whose work is big with the I don't know what the London equivalent of the Bohemian crowd. It's your sort of off-center artwork. So your guy dresses kind of strangely.
Non-traditional.
Yeah. So Dave wrote all that down. Thank you, Dave. If everyone would take a look at Dave's list to make sure you know who you are, because I'm gonna have a heck of a time referring to that over and over. Let me make sure
Apparently, I'm bent.
What's that mean?
Oh,
Commercial operator.
Where'd you write all that stuff down at, Dave?
in the channel.
Oh, good. That's even better, because that way I can't accidentally violently erase it. Very good.
Now let me ask you: am I going to wish that I can't smell either if Brent's character comes around?
Well, Brent, you got to remember this is a first-class patches, so no, he's not. None of these people are stink bags. Every one of these guys, to get a first-class ticket on Titanic, was one of the most expensive tickets on Earth.
Oh yeah.
So like all these people are loaded with wad. All right.
So it's
Even
basically
Brent.
like getting a ride on SpaceX or type deal.
Yeah.
Like you
I
gotta
think
be-
it was like the tickets are like $40 or 40 pounds, which is a lot. All right.
Looking. Well, after you said this, I
Yeah.
mean, who seems like me just soaking this in? Who seems to be the most like if you were going to have a gathering of some point, who seems to be the most appropriate to like send out invites based on what I've heard so far?
I don't know what you mean.
Like, say for
Sure,
example,
it'd either be the doctor. It'd be the doctor.
so basically, if somebody decided to throw like a private party, who would be the one that would be the most capable of?
Who's the most prominent of all the characters?
Yes, yes.
It's
the
really
most
it's close. I would probably say
Because I have a thought.
I would say
We
probably
should all.
Jonathan Lindy's got a lot of money, but he's not real popular. Barney's popular, but he's an artist, and they're weird. So I'd say probably Alexander Atkins is probably, and Andres is the Kane guy. Those two guys are probably the most wealthy and least annoying.
Okay, I'm going to write down the idea since obviously I can't make it. Basically, say when we get, basically when we get on the boat, can we set up a private gathering and all the people that are supposed to survive, invite them. That way they're all in one spot and we can keep an eye on the whole group. It's going to be a lot easier than running all over the boat.
Well, unfortunately, the iceberg hits like at what 2:30 in the morning.
Nope.
No, 11.
The iceberg
So-
hits Sunday, April 14th at 11:40. So let's expand upon that idea. My thoughts, looking at this list, right, we could see that some individuals have a single room. Other individuals have multiple rooms. For instance, this Brian Webb, who survived, has B70, 71, and 72. So it's probably some kind of a suite, right?
Yep.
What do we know about this Brian Webb? Do people like him? Is he a man of the people?
To be honest with you, we don't have any information on the passengers.
Even though he
our
survived?
responsibility that's a responsibility for us to get over the next 4 days.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
So-
investigate like their
Yeah, okay,
habits.
But you all
Yeah,
see
Mike-
the angle I'm going at, though.
I'm-
We
I'm-
get
and
them
I'm-
in
and
one
I'm-
spot.
and- Yes, and I agree with it. My thoughts are also we have two parties, if not three. My first thought was to bring in the people on the list. Have Brian have a survivor party. We invite all. We get to know Brian. Perhaps one of our more influential people. Perhaps Anders or Jonathan, who people like, get to
I
know
see where you're
Brian.
going.
Have Brian send out the invites because not everybody likes Jonathan or Chad, right? So get all the survivors to Brian, and at the same time, have somebody do the same thing to Steven and Mr. Ho, somebody else who also has suites, and invite all the dead people. That way, all you got to do is nail that door shut.
You know, the colonel is listening to this with some interest. He says, there is a flaw in your plan. if what we think is true, and stopwatch agents are on board or will be on board or already on board, these are going to be very suspicious acts because they also know who these passengers are. You know, and so if you assemble them all like this, it seems like this is a dead giveaway to stopwatch. Furthermore, you probably should limit your contact with one another on board because this would be an easy way for stopwatch to identify conspirators. You know, just a
I'm
thought.
going to raise my hand.
Yeah.
I'm going to raise my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look over at the doctor. And I'm going to say subtle manipulation. In times of crisis, these men and women aren't going to think, they're going to act. If we can suggestively implant in their minds a positive or negative, depending on the outcome we desire, location or a lifeboat to try to board, just something as simple as a number or a passageway that will assure their survival or hasten their deaths. That's all we need to do. Subtle manipulation behind
Almost
the
like
scenes.
touch hypnosis.
You all are trying to win the game. You haven't even seen the playing field, right?
Well,
When you do a job, I'm not saying if you're doing a job, hypothetically, you go there, you plan, you see what you're working with, you work with what's real. We're just wasting time here.
Time seems to be the one thing we have ample supply of.
Man.
I'm going to get a meal. I'll be back. You guys solved the world's problem before you know what the problem is.
So, well, there you go. You see where he stands on it. He's a
I
pragmatist.
did memorize the location and the order and the times that the boats launch.
Hey, Pat.
Okay, good. Good idea, Pat.
We could hork one of your old gimmicks. You like poisoning stuff, don't you?
Flip
Think about it.
everybody a Mickey.
Yeah.
Does
I mean,
anyone
if somebody's
go ahead?
staggering around like an idiot, then they're going to have a tough time getting on a boat, and nobody can say, "Hey, it wasn't the alcohol."
Does anyone have any more questions about the mission or about anything else right now?
No, the stuff we're gonna have to look for once we get there. Do they stay up late and party? Do parties run till 2 or 3 in the morning? If people are all partying and dancing,
I will
and
say
drinking,
Dave's idea is
I love it.
it's not
Chad's
like,
idea.
Dave's idea is it's hitting a nail with a boulder, but he's not off the beaten path. There's a subtle game to play here. But I mean, once the die is cast and that iceberg hits, if you get there, after that, the game changes.
So
I'm a firm believer I can identify all of the stopwatch personnel before in the first few days.
Oh, you think so? Do you?
I think I can.
Okay. Well, that would be
I've
helpful.
already come up with a couple of ways to do it.
Go ahead, Dave.
So a couple of things here. We should probably, as he said, they're going to be watching us. So keeping communication discreet is going to be required. We should probably come up with some ways to communicate without actually communicating. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Well, here's something. Here's something else. This should just be a given. We don't know who they are. They aren't going to know who we are. So they got to figure us out too.
That
I
is
think
an
a poker game.
advantage.
What's that, Aaron?
I said you guys are all new to the game.
Right. So we're unknowns as well. So it levels the playing field.
Now, we don't know, the Colonel chimes in, we don't know much about the Stopwatch organization, but we have tangled with some of their agents in the past. If you guys would like to go through our Rolodex, and just in case you may stumble upon one of these guys on this mission, maybe you can identify them quicker.
Oh, I'll listen. Yeah.
I've also got the ideatric memory, and as well, I ask him, do you happen to know how many agents they're sending?
There may be none.
Are they sending
But
50?
Since we found the list, we can only assume that they're going to have people in play.
One last question. I'm finished.
Yeah.
We're going in wearing traditional period clothing.
Correct.
With traditional period items.
Correct.
With no shenanigans.
I don't know what that means.
What about them? We're not going to come across some futuristic hypnotic laser pin that scrambles our brain when they see one of us. I mean, are we? I mean, what type of tech are? You see what I'm saying? I mean,
they do tend to use some oddball equipment sometimes, but no, it would not behoove them to do anything that would get them in trouble. They may do things if they know there are agents who are on the boat. They may do things to try to get you to expose yourself that normal people from that era wouldn't even think twice about. Or feel or figure, but we can't. There's no way we could guess what that would be.
Well, my character's like in close to this era, so he's not going to do anything too out of the ordinary. I mean, he's not going to be like trying to fiddle in his pockets looking for his iPhone or something.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so we just have to be,
So since you got all this time travel hokey pokey, will you be able to provide us with some type of secure communications device
No,
so we could? No,
no.
you can send us back 400 years in the middle of time, but we have no.
If one of
way
you
to
get
chat with
picked
each
up
other.
and searched, we cannot risk providing that sort of technology. We're taking a risk with what we are providing you. No, there won't be any. There's not going to be any communications. Plus, we've had bad experiences in the past with that sort of thing.
By the way, Aaron, anytime I'm talking, I'm scribbling notes, but I want to write.
Yeah.
Like, where did we get? Where did this list come from?
At the beginning of this, I
Guys,
mentioned it.
the
This was
smart people.
retrieved from a stopwatch safe house by a group of characters that were sent back when something with anomalous was detected in the main line. And so that's where they came across.
I'm going to write another. I'm going to stop saying write notes, just since we're
We
here.
should start
I'm
making
writing
you
notes.
write them.
I was going to say, since most of the player characters very well, I think Chad should just write everything out.
I just don't want to
And
read
paste
because
it in
I'm
the
lazy.
channel.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Chad. What were you saying?
Basically, I'm gonna basically going to communicate. Right. How do we know that this list is accurate? Could it have been a plant? Could it have been
Like a
falsified?
potato?
Well, all we know is our technicians detected that something was afoot, and we found this. So that I'd say the chances are pretty good, but you never know.
Because, I mean, who's to say that the people on this list that are supposed to die aren't the ones who should be saved, and vice versa, or it's
Well,
jumbled.
that part was
just
that
so that we
they're
accomplish
scholars.
our goal for them.
The people the Minutemen people, the scholars, the technicians, they ran all this through, and they're the ones that verified the list.
So they vetted the information.
Correct.
Then.
He's a fast writer. He writes fast.
Well, I am dexterity. I do have high dexterity, so there you go. May not look great, but I get the point across.
Any other questions about the?
Back. I'm back.
We
Sorry, I had
get
to use the bathroom.
home.
So
I thought you were still here.
No. I made an excuse to storm off so I could use the bathroom.
How do we get home?
Well, this is a one-way trip. Just kidding. It's a little Colonel humor there.
I'm
So,
going to give him a little scowl.
how do I explain this quickly and effectively to you fine folks? Because we're going into what time travel. What is time travel? How does it work? So there is when we move you forward in time or backwards in time, we will be using the Arbitov Brill Eden transmitter, or ABET. That's what they call it. Which is it's out back. Which if you think about how silly that sounds, but it is. It's out back.
Another eyebrow out of me.
We have found out, it wasn't us, it was the scientists that created the science behind this thing. I think it was Mr. Eden that determined this, that when you send something back through time, time once, it's sort of like when you put something in the water that floats, and you push it way, way down, once you let go of it, it pops back up to the top, right? You know what I mean? That's sort of the way time works. When we put you back there, the universe is going to want to pop you back to us, back to your own time. And we have equipment that will keep that from happening, and which you'll be given this once you get to London. When you activate this device, it will pop you back. Each one of you will be given one. And when you are ready to go, it will pop you back. Or if it detects a massive time fluctuation, it will pop you back. It will pop you back if you are rendered physically dead or almost dead. It will pop you back. So, it's sort of like a interdimensional time-linked yo-yo. That's what will happen to you, and you'll be a yo-yo if you go out there and get yourself killed. So once your mission's completed, I mean, once you have taken in the scenery, you can come back. And I wouldn't recommend in this case you take it too long because the scenery is sinking. But once you have completed your mission, for better or for worse, you can come back and you will be yanked back to the spot you left from.
So this mystical device
Most of the time.
that does all this fantastic stuff,
Mhm.
there's no way it could allow us to communicate securely.
Well, the mystical device isn't mystical. It's science. It's science, son. No, he
what's
told
it
you
look
about
like?
He told you about the communications. You can't. You don't have them. It ain't happening, brother. You're gonna have to fend for yourself out there and use your. You're all smart, capable people. That's why you were chosen. Now, I will say, and there's no shame in this. If you don't think you can hack it, we could scrub the mission and wait for the next entry point with a new crew. This is totally voluntary. But I think
All
you've got the
advances
metal for
of
the
war.
job, son. He's talking to Dave.
Yeah, I write. What does the device look like?
Which device?
The
They're gonna
whatever
give us
we
one, so I
the
think we'll
exit
know.
Oh,
the exit device.
it depends.
The
It depends.
fantastic device that they can't figure out how to put a controller in or a walkie-talkie in.
What part of, like, we can't let this stuff fall into the enemy's hands or fall into time? Or there's a third issue, which you wouldn't know about this, but when you're using weird communications like that, sometimes it has weird effects on the environment. Sometimes you ever heard somebody picking up the radio on their braces? Like that kind of stuff. And then then what do you do? You're boned.
Lucille Ball comes to mind on that.
Well, there you go.
No, what I'm saying is basically the bounce back device, the exit device is what I'm talking, or however we're getting back, because you
Small enough
said
to
we
keep in
would
the pocket.
activate.
What? I mean, where's it? What do
No.
you do?
Yeah,
No, it's not going to go on you at all. It's going to go slightly in you.
subcutaneous transponder deal type.
How could you know that?
I wouldn't, but I'm just trying to relate. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically you're going to inject something into it. Inject. I don't know how to phrase it, being a 20s guy, but
You would be having this conversation as a 1920s guy.
Yeah,
Every bit of this is
because
completely
after about the
beyond anything you
500th
ever
note,
thought
I would have been like, screw this. I'm just going to let the Titanic not hit the iceberg.
of.
I'm packing an Uzi. That iceberg is toast.
Any other questions?
No, for God's sakes, no.
You know, since we mentioned it, would you guys like to see the A-bit?
What's
Sure.
an A-bit?
What do you mean, what's an
The-
A-bit?
my
The
God,
the
the
Abatov
single
Brill
second-
Eden transmitter.
Yeah, the ass back in
We're
time
gonna see it
machine.
when we leave.
Did you catch that, Aaron?
What?
Ass back in time machine.
No. By the way,
A-bit.
Eden has an E, not an I.
Oh.
So if anyone's
Or A.
interested, he starts walking out back and through a couple doors, and sure enough, out in the back of this area is a how can I describe this? A big metal disc. All right, it's about maybe 12 yards in diameter. And then you see a lot of wiring running, off of it, back into the fort. And he says, "This is it."
Horizontal or vertical?
What do you mean? You stand on it.
Okay, so it's horizontal.
Think of like a big, huge Star Trek teleporter, a huge one.
Okay.
So there you go. That's how it works. Now, this is not our only means of time travel, but this is the one we'll be using for this mission.
That's your time machine, Colonel? A big metal disc set down on the ground there?
That's it. It's not as impressive when you don't see the things it's hooked to. And he sort of points, and like you see a couple huge cables that go into this room, and like inside the room, it's like Frankenstein's ultra layer or Reed Richards, just like cryogenic tubes and supercomputers and all kinds of crazy crap. Well, you've got this afternoon to relax, talk amongst yourselves, and tomorrow morning we will begin the mission. So do we need to do anything in the interim, or can we get right to it? Anything you want to get
amongst ourselves enough to know kind of the agenda, and anything else we're not going to know until we get there.
So you don't need to talk amongst yourselves anymore. You're ready to go?
I mean, I've memorized everything I can think to memorize.
No questions for me?
I mean, I would like to do research on the Titanic before we leave.
Absolutely. Make a
Historical
roll.
research.
Make a roll.
Well, that's what I've been doing the whole time, too.
What are you hoping to learn?
Oh, I killed it.
Yeah, what exactly are you trying to research? Just the general Titanic?
I want to know if there were lifeboats that failed,
Yes.
which I've already Googled. This is basically stuff I've already Googled.
So you're reverse role playing.
Well, I wouldn't have used the information if I didn't make the roll. There were all lifeboats launched, but 2 failed to launch successfully. The collapsible B and the collapsible A. Collapsible B is the one that flipped upside down, and only 30 people survived. So if we get people on that, they're probably going to die.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Anybody else want to do any homework?
That doesn't matter.
I also
Whatever you're saying, weirdo, doesn't matter.
Correct, because maybe in this timeline that boat will work properly.
Yeah, because if
Yes.
they survived,
Maybe
got on
the
the good
other
lifeboat.
maybe the other
You realize
agents
this
are working
timeline
to
that you're going
save
back
them.
to is your timeline. This is the main line. You're not going to
Yeah.
some like alternate universe.
obviously,
But the thing is
Obviously
right? So
these-
there's these other agents who are against us, right? If this boat is supposed to fail, but they want it to live, we might have to make sure that boat fails.
Yeah.
they're not okay. You're assuming they know what I'm trying to do. That's a lot of assuming. That's a ton of assuming.
But we know
just-
the default we know the default outcome of these people. So if they survived, they're not going to run to the bad lifeboats. They're going to run to a good lifeboat.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's not the surviving
And-
ones that that I'm caring about. It's the ones that have to die.
But if they
If we
died,
put them in a position to die, then they're going to die.
this is what I was trying to say earlier. I've done a lot of jobs. Okay, you can't go in with preconceived notions because it's going to affect your judgment when you're there. You think you know the answers already, and it's going to get you in trouble. Trust me on this. You got to deal with what's real and what's in front of you. You can read your books all night. I don't care, but I'm telling you, that's not the way these things go down.
So back to the
To go
studying
in with
part
no
of it,
plan
right?
at all, it is a folly so great.
We have 3 days to make a plan based on what's
Yes.
real, what's in front of us, what we can see. We can see the timetables. We can see what rooms are assigned to what lifeboats. There's always plans on these yachts.
Yeah.
You know where people are supposed to go. Right now, you're pissing
And
off a
how
sailboat,
would we
man.
find the
You're pissing off a sailboat.
information? How would we
so-
find the information of what lifeboat would have failed when we're in the time period?
I'm going back to the canteen. That Jello is pretty good.
So, much like Pat, my character does have the eideatric memory, right? So I'm going to utilize that to
Oh, yeah.
study such stuff like floor plans, right? Any type of how to say
I have
watch
researched-
documentation of like if they have notes on like when the shift changes and when the standard, you know what I'm saying, the standard maintenance schedules of the boat.
You know,
I just try and learn the workings of the boat.
if I was ever going to assemble a team to go and cheat on my homework, it would be this team. I've never seen so many people with photographic memories and such
Oh, yeah.
brilliance. I mean, even the mobster it's a
That's how so my guy was able to rise. To the
I
cream
know,
of the
it's
crop.
amazing.
Yeah, but
Any
didn't you say,
any
didn't you say, Aaron, that all the books in the library were old? Would this
well,
information even be available?
well, yeah, this is in
all
there.
the
Because,
Books are still information, right?
well,
Like,
I mean, they knew that we were doing this, so they would have.
Okay.
But here's the thing, you guys, any general knowledge about Titanic, you can assume you know it, because it's well documented.
My character wouldn't have cared about.
Right.
knowing that.
Your guy's a different flavor of character when it comes to this, and he's a saucy, sassy Latino, Latino heat. So that's a good idea, Dave. Duly noted. And when the information becomes pertinent, I'll make sure that you are aware of it.
I'm looking for everything that happened post timeline. Like,
Well, that's going to be a lot harder to research.
well,
I mean-
no. It's when the boats launched.
Oh,
Things like that. Where they launched from, what order they
well,
launched.
you've also got
How
to think
long
that,
was it from the time the iceberg hit to the time it sank?
just like Jazz says, the history books may give you details that aren't necessarily accurate given the situations.
Yeah, but it's got to get me in the ballpark.
But yes,
I mean,
that's all common knowledge, and yes, you could look it over. That's no problem.
So I just want to keep
Aaron.
that
Yes,
memory.
Chad.
Since I was earlier, I assumed than all these other people, and also I was like basically dealing with the tourist industry. I'm sure I would have some knowledge as far as what went down.
You have
because I
a
was closer-
general knowledge
'cause
given the
I would be
disaster. Yeah.
closer to it.
Sure,
'Cause
yes.
I would have been closer to it.
Yes. So you're well aware of it. Yeah.
okay.
Everyone here is fairly well aware. It's just a matter of how well read you want to get on the subject.
Yeah.
Anything else? That seems like that would probably take care of you guys this evening. Hey, listen, that's
Yeah,
what a team does. They go in there and do a little research, try to get a plan together. So
Just out of character. If I chirp at anybody, I don't mean it. It's just my character. I hope no one takes offense.
I'd say
If I call you a name or something. You know what I
I'm
mean?
taking so much offense, man.
Just, I don't,
My offense meter is off the
especially
charts.
given your guy's gimmick, Dave. He's a real
Yeah.
scumbag.
Although, Aaron, I did say that while you were gone,
Uh-huh.
to Brent's character, I said, because he had said something like, if they're gonna die, what if one of them died beforehand? I say, listen, we're on this boat for 4 days. It uses 840 or 480 tons of coal per day. A few bodies into the furnace isn't gonna make any difference at all. And Brent was like, my God, you guys evil. I was
Well,
like, yeah.
by the way, it's given your intelligence, I'm going to tell you this. It would make a difference.
I know.
It would make a big difference. The
do.
smell, for one thing, but also when people go missing, like I said, hey, listen, I'm not going to tell you can't take chances, but I'm just giving you, I don't want anyone to be
No.
upset if it goes sideways. That's all I'm saying.
It was a joke. Yeah,
All right.
we gotta keep it to the
Anything
straight
else
and narrow.
before we can fast forward to getting to going here?
Nope. Good to go.
Were there ever any accidental explosions on the Titanic?
no.
Of course.
And it was also a very non-violent trip. Even during the evacuation, it was a very calm ordeal.
Well, it won't be anymore. We're going to be chucking them off the sides. The ones that we don't want surviving this.
That's
There
no
was
guarantee.
one shooting, and that was it during the evacuation.
Okie dokie.
All right.
So you guys go through the rest of your day, doing what you do. You have your dinner. The colonel suggests that you eat a light breakfast because using the A bit can be unsettling.
Do they have a gym?
They do.
Okay, I want to go like exercise a bit while everybody else is doing their thing.
That's fine. Whatever leisure activities you want to do before we get to the main event here. So I'm getting us there. So
I'm thinking the Titanic had a small fire in the boiler room on the second day, but I can't prove that. That's somewhere I read it, but I can't find it now.
So you
we'll
guys, by the way, breakfast. You can have whatever you want. Just for my own personal edification. Who's just eating whatever they want and who's eating not that much?
Keep it light, do a bagel, something like that.
Yeah, I tend to stay in shape, unlike real life. So yeah.
The rest of you have a
Right.
thought?
Following his instructions, he said light. We'll go
Okay.
light, whatever.
Jazz, same.
Yeah, grapefruit.
Okay. Brent, you're nuts. What about you?
Leek soup. Same thing I eat for
Oh,
breakfast every
Jesus.
morning.
Yeah. All right.
Holy-
He's like, if you guys can make your way to the A bit, we will begin the process. So,
Okay.
here's how this feels. When a light comes up and surrounds you, and then you feel like a whoosh, and you sort of feel like the floor lifts you and then drops out suddenly. And then, bam, you arrive. Now, the first thing I want to have you all do is make a Constitution roll.
Oh.
With no minuses. And tell me if you made it.
That's where we got to look at
Made
the
it.
start, right?
Look at the Constitution on your character, see what the roll is, and try to make that roll.
So my Constitution is a 15. It says roll 12. So I got to
12
roll
or
3
less.
dice.
Yeah.
Three
They're probably-
dice and
yeah.
12.
Okay, which sheet am I looking at, Aaron?
Your player
This,
character, your character sheet. It's right there
Okay.
beside your stats. Okay.
Is this the cheat sheet or the other sheet?
Your actual sheet. It doesn't matter. It'll be on both. So if anyone didn't make it, let me know.
I
I
made
did
it.
not make it.
I made it by the exact number.
Okay, because you'd have been boned if you'd had a big.
I'm rolling 4 dice.
You
for
don't
some
roll 4, you
reason.
roll 3. There you go.
Click the
I
minus
know. I
one.
pressed
Get
the
it back down to
stun
3.
button somewhere. It
Well,
says
I'm
3. I
clicking
think I clicked the stun button by accident.
There
Now
you
I
go,
got 4
Dave.
buttons. It's still 4 dice.
Hold on, Dave. I'm coming in.
Well,
You're rolling 3d6 and a half.
well, I hit the roll,
still
but then it
fair.
disappeared immediately.
Hold on a
I
second.
can't figure out how to make it 3.
You rolled a 12. You rolled a 12.
Why
I
did
rolled
it go
4
away
It's in
so
the
dice.
chat
fast?
window.
It's in the chat.
Oh. Okay. Well, that went away too.
There you go,
There
Dave.
you
Try
go.
it
Thank
now,
you, sir.
Dave.
Just click the little
Just
bubble.
click on it. Just click on the chat area. It'll come up.
Okay.
Okay, Dave.
Well,
I got a
rolled a
12.
10.
I got a
You
12,
made
so I
it.
made it.
So, did anyone not make it?
Yeah, I didn't make it.
Okay. When you feel your feet under you, you vomit.
Oh God.
Don't feel bad, a voice says. You'll get used to it. Let's hope you have the time to get used to it. It trails off.
Oh.
So, it is 6 p.m. Monday, April 8th, 1912. You guys are in a small room. It's pretty much empty. The doors are is closed. The front door, the curtains are drawn, and you see a lady there in period attire. She goes, "It's good to see you. It's good to see anybody. I'm Amanda Shaw. I got word that you guys were coming down line. So, what she's got for you guys is an uncomfortable evening sleeping on the floor. But she's also got your clothing, your accoutrement for the trip.
Notepad and writing utensil.
She doesn't have that, but she can get it. She's got luggage for all of you. It's all nice luggage. It's all different. It's all stacked in the corner. It's all pre-packed. All right. She also has outfits for you to wear the day of. And she also has a few other gimmicks. Okay? So, normally we don't transfer with back in time with weaponry on us because there's a chance there's a bunch of things that could go wrong. You saw one right there with the throwing up. Sometimes you don't land where you're supposed to. Sometimes you don't know where you're going to be, and sometimes things just straight up break, or ammo goes off, stuff like that. So normally, which is if you were wondering why you didn't transfer back with a bazooka, that's why. So she has one wristwatch. She goes, "Who's taking this baby?"
Is it a
Look
nice
at the
wristwatch?
doctor.
She goes, "Oh, he didn't tell you about this?
Tell us what.
This is the long second watch.
No.
It looks just like a regular watch, like a wristwatch of the time. When you twist the ring around the dial 2 times backwards and 1 forward, you activate the long second watch. Okay, everyone, whoever's wearing this, it makes 1 second become 1 minute. You get one.
It's gonna take 3 seconds to do what you say. 2 times, 3 times, left, right.
Listen, it's not that tough. Maybe you shouldn't be the one to get it.
Well, since he believes he's still in a coma, I would vote for myself or.
I
Dang
bet. Well, let me explain how it works real quick. So once you activate it, the person who's wearing it gets the long second. Okay, you got 1 minute, and when that happens, I'm going to be sitting here with a timer, and you're going to be doing whatever it is you're going to be doing during that second. Once that long second's up, the minute, everything kicks in exactly as it did. So that gives you only a limited amount of time to affect things. Everything will be moving incredibly slowly, as you can imagine. So you definitely don't want to do anything insane, like be in a pack of 50 people and hit the long second watch and it cut a dude's head off or something, because that would raise so much suspicion and alarm, we don't know what would happen. So please be careful with the long second watch. She hands it over to... You guys will have a discussion about that?
I'm okay with the doctor having it.
What's the doctor gonna do?
I would say
Not abuse it.
I mean, I'll take it, but odds are at the time it's gonna be needed, I'll probably be passing it off to somebody else.
I'm going to point at Brent's character.
So she's
No,
also
not near
got
football.
an assortment of accoutrement. Okay, you see a cane, right? Is one of the things.
Silver tipped.
Silver-tipped cane. Yes.
I'll take that.
Yep.
You see a something that looks like a cigarette case. You see You also see something that looks like a pen or a pencil set, a small one. She goes, "These are your stingers." She goes, You didn't talk about stingers?"
Yeah, they didn't tell us about no stingers.
Shaking my head again.
And I've got if and when you need these, I've got the statistics for them. Okay, but I'll tell you briefly what they are. I've got 3 sorts of ammunition for these stingers: lethal, knockout, and daze. Okay, if you use lethal, it's basically like a killing attack. Knockout's like a stun attack, or daze, I should say, is like a stun attack. Knockout's like a sort of like a physical, like a
drain.
Yeah.
What, do they shoot a dart or something?
Sort of, but no. You use them like a ranged weapon.
What is there? Lethal, knockout, and whatever.
Lethal, knockout, and daze.
Or daze.
So she gives each of you a stinger, and the stingers are disguised to look like something you would see. Like, you guys can figure out which one you want.
Pocket watch.
Well, a pocket watch would not be something you kind of open up and point at somebody. But you might, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's
like a ring.
No. It's like I said, I told you what they were. So who did I say had the silver tip cane?
That's me.
That's for you. You now have a silver tip cane. It's a stinger.
Okay.
Mine is a business card holder.
That's
Very
fine.
fancy.
I'll buy that. That one we could use. And then the other 2, you guys basically it doesn't matter that much, but just make sure you you make a note that you have a stinger. And when the deal,
It looks like a light. You said one looks like a lighter.
Yeah, Dave. It's funny they didn't bring enough for everyone. It doesn't look like.
How about a pocket watch? Could that
No.
conceal one of these?
No,
because they've got.
Pat already asked that 2 seconds ago.
Well, no, I'm talking about the kind that you press the button and it opens the case.
No.
Yeah.
You need something that at least can sort of point or be pointed. But it doesn't matter because they do the same stuff. And I've got the rules for each one of them. So when the time comes.
So Chad's got a cane. Jazz Dog got a business card holder. I got a lighter. Is that all there were?
No, there was a pen set, and there's also a cigarette holder, cigar box. You know, like the small ones you put in your pocket.
I'll take the
pen set.
Okay.
All right. So does everyone have a
mute guy? Shouldn't the mute guy take the pen set?
He's got the cane.
He's got the.
I've already got the cane.
Yeah, that would have been perfect, though, dog. That's exactly what it.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, but.
Okay.
Amanda says
one of each shot.
Huh? Yes.
Okay.
Amanda says, of course, it's 6 p.m. On a Monday, right? So you are leaving for Waterloo Station at 9:45 on Wednesday. That's where you'll catch the boat taxi to the launching point of the Titanic. You've got a couple days, basically, to get anything that we did not give you that you think would be appropriate to take on the boat. We've packed your case with everything that we think you would normally have, but if there's something that you want, maybe a personal item or whatnot, you can stay in this area, but you can go around and don't raise attention.
What about our return injections?
We'll take care of that the morning of. So stay out of trouble. We have to do it then because these things have a set limit. So if you get hurt now, it's going to be a problem. That's why I said stay close.
Does anyone have? What's everyone's comeliness?
Or
does anyone have a higher than average comeliness?
Chad's is lower than average.
I got a 14.
Yeah. That's him.
14's the highest. Well, I mean, I've got a 16, so I'm the highest.
Okay.
Your guy does have Brent. Your character does have an unnatural appeal.
Didn't he say he was really tall and thin?
He is, but
Yes.
comeliness doesn't necessarily just mean
Is that like charisma kind of thing?
correct.
Yeah.
So Brent has a very strange. His character has a very strange aura.
But I have a very high presence.
Yes, this means you command attention, and you can be very intimidating, and are tough to intimidate. Go ahead, Brent. What were you saying?
I'm trying to find someone to help me with a easy for them, hard for me task.
Let me just say
and I was
one
going to
thing
just
before.
take the-
Let me say one thing before you get into this, because I want to go use the restroom. Right now, while I'm gone, you guys could effectively go out and get any little things, little baubles and whatnot. We're not going to go through and role play it. That at a local that within reason. So ponder what you want. When I get back, you can run them past me, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And then talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back here in 2 seconds.
So what are you up to, Brent?
Well, I wanted someone to go get me a book, but if he's going to just let me get it, I'll just get it. I want to pick a copy of Futility or The Wreck of the Titan. It was almost it was written 20 years before the Titanic sunk, but it's a fictional story that basically mimics the Titanic to a remarkable
What do we need
degree.
this for?
I want it for me.
I'm actually gonna get a shave and haircut.
You good? What?
Want a more period piece. A more period looking haircut.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
That
Yeah,
way we'll
myself.
blend in better.
Of course, there again, I'm from the 20s, so I
We
wouldn't be
probably
that
already
far
have
off.
it.
Of course, I am going to get me a sailor cap, something appropriate for a commercial boat operator.
Yeah, you anybody that's going to be doing any heavy socializing probably ought to think about the haircut thing.
That's
I
actually a
imagine I got-
good point.
Probably right into the artist scene. I can see where a bit longish, shaggy hair would
Oh
would
yeah,
fit the bill.
your guys gimmick, yeah. You fit into the people that you're, associated with. I'm talking about for the people that are going to try to be businessmen on board the boat.
Yeah.
Actually, I got another good idea. I might go get me a sextant.
There you go.
And I'm thinking of
Oh, yeah?
getting all chummy with the boat captain,
Dude, I don't
and
know.
that kind of puts me in a good
Fuck, yeah.
spot.
Although I didn't know what time it was exactly. That's not the baby's fault. Oh, we got-
Mm-hmm.
Snorlax.
Well, you took me up.
I wonder if we could go buy some spare lifeboats.
Kind of tough to get those.
Yeah, and you just going to talk to the captain about hooking them up for no reason? No. You're going to blow this thing out of the water before we even get on.
Well, no one puts in person. Exactly.
Wow. This book, like I said, it was written in 1898. The plot is the largest ship of its time, the Titan, sinks after striking an iceberg, with most passengers and crew perishing
I'm back.
because there weren't enough lifeboats.
Wow.
Okay. Have
Talk
we
about right in the future.
have we taken care of any shopping needs or anything else?
Yes.
Anybody want to run anything past me? Anything aside from normal?
I recommended we all get period.
Oh,
haircuts.
I should mention something. You showed up in this dark, indescript, empty room. Right? You met this which that itself was strange. When you emerge from this small home, this apartment, it's happened. You are in another world, in another time period. The smell from the streets runs up to the nose. It's a mix of farm smells and maybe somewhere off in the distance someone's cooking meat, and you see horses. You see people doing their day-to-day lives in London in 1912, and it takes you back. The Colonel wasn't just whistling Dixie; he made it happen. There's no doubt about it now, and you have to grapple with that internally. Everything he said may be true. Perhaps he did rescue you at the point of death, or someone did. Perhaps they do have time travel. It's quite intellectually stimulating, but at the same time, you realize that you are being led forth on a very thin tightrope, and on either side of you, one slight misstep, and you will plummet into God knows what. Just a food for thought. Especially you, Jazz, because I know up to this point you weren't buying it. Even your character has to give in now.
Maybe.
Anything
Maybe not.
I need to know?
Aaron, I'm gonna ask Amanda to purchase a book for me called Futility.
You could purchase the book. She gives you guys money.
I'm gonna pull her aside.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna say, like, I don't know how.
Oh, man. Amanda looks very, very worried when you say that. And she looks at the rest of the team that are still there, and she looks worried some more. And she goes, okay. Why don't you come with me, and we'll try to find what you're looking for.
Okay, I'm all for that.
London's
I've
not
seen
really for
directions.
that guy.
I need directions to a place to get a good haircut.
Yeah, Pat mentioned a good idea that everybody ought to get a period appropriate haircut and such. Me, I'm close enough, so I'm probably already covered.
That's no problem. You guys can pull that off.
Yeah.
I would like to say it would be fun to kind of play through this, but in the interest of time, we're gonna skate through it. But yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, something else. In my case, I want to get something appropriate to me being a cap appropriate to me being a commercial boat operator.
That's no problem. There's about 1 million different places you can buy stuff like that lining the streets.
And are there any places that would sell like some sort of an antique looking sextant?
Well, make an intelligence roll.
Okay, let me get back to it here. I've got multiple windows, so that's
That's so funny because oddly
3
enough,
dice.
that'd be harder to find now than it would be then.
Well, yeah.
I think they'd be hard to find then. And
Well,
I'm sure
or
it'd be
something
more
that would be like I mean, it doesn't need to be something that's like eons old. I mean, just something that would be a nice gift is what I'm saying. But let me roll.
That's a big fail.
17.
Wow.
So I take it that's a no.
What was the number you
Your
were
guy
supposed to
can't
hit?
spell sextant. Therefore, he can't translate what he wants to buy.
Well, I know
He
that
just
my
thinks we're trying to get
intelligence,
sex workers.
Okay,
my
there
intelligence would not work.
there are places around that sell sextants, and you could find one, but it's expensive. But you could find one.
Before anyone leaves this house, may I recommend from now on, we only call ourselves by our new identities. No mistakes, no slip ups. We don't know who's listening.
I'm not going to tell
Alexander.
anybody.
Are you purchasing this sextant?
Yes.
Okay. It was expensive. It's the most expensive bit of kit anyone here spent any money on.
Okay, I agree with you. I agree with you, Jazz.
That's fine.
Sorry, you agree with me, Alexander.
Yes.
Just saying, he immediately slips up.
No.
The concept is not hard.
I agree with you, future boy. Okay. Does anyone have any other tasks they need to perform? You've got a couple days here to,
Really?
but I mean, it's a little bit sketchy to go out until
Okay.
you have your ticket punt to
Professor?
get back.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Give me a second to look on the chart. Who are you? Are you Jonathan? No, you're Barney.
Yes.
Barney.
Barney.
I'm the first Barney.
You know, we've got two
Barney.
You're a
Barney.
smart
Yeah,
guy.
Barney Parks and Barney Kingston.
Yes.
Barney.
Well, one of them goes
we-
by Barnabas.
Now that we're here, yes. Now that
Yes.
we're on site, you're a very smart guy. Could you go out tonight, maybe to a fancy restaurant, and just listen to the lingo? How do these rich people talk? What words do they use? What terms or phrases do they use?
That might be a good field trip, actually. Now that you mention
And
that.
report back to us.
Certainly. Certainly be happy to.
See, this is what I'm talking about: gathering real information, not daydreaming. This will help us, I think, if we can.
So I
talk-
turned to Miss Shaw. I'm like, Miss Shaw, are you spoken for this evening?
How to put this? It's rather dangerous for all of us to go out in mass together.
Don't believe I invited anyone else.
Oh, well, in that case, make a presence roll. Make a presence attack if you want.
Oh, wow.
That's presence is that fall under ego?
No, it falls under presence.
Try
Okay, yeah.
underneath you.
I don't see
Your
that's
presence
perception.
is a hold on, I'm coming to your character sheet.
It's one above
I never
the,
thought I'd see you not
comeliness.
remember how to do a presence because you're the presence king. So
I know,
first of
but I
all,
don't see-
give me the exact wording of your I guess date ask.
Invitation.
Yeah, because we've discussed amongst ourselves bringing everybody out at one time. We're not supposed to be seen together. That would be bad. But one person out with a girl that's been around the city for a while, nobody's going to think anything about that. So say, Miss Shaw, are you indisposed this evening, or are you free for dinner?
Well, that wasn't much of a presence. But
What you look like?
she's good looking. She's in period costume. She's about 36, curly hair.
Okay, just
you know,
slightly younger than
no
me.
makeup at all. But for no makeup, not too bad. Your
Oh.
presence is huge. So you go ahead and roll 3 dice.
Miss Shaw,
Oh yeah.
of all the clothes that we've amassed here for us to choose from, surely you have a dress befitting your beauty. And I would love for you to be wearing that, at least for the first part of the evening while you have dinner with me.
Miss Shaw, can you please stop listening to this guy and go to dinner so he can learn the lingo?
So, hey, I thought wearing it the first part of the evening
It's
Well, I
vital
think
to our
it
mission.
was quite nice.
Okay.
8.
Hold on 1 second here. I'm looking something up. Might as well learn this now. Because I know how you are with presence attacks.
Yeah. Most I do ego attacks when the president. Well, some presence
Now,
attacks.
ego attacks is a whole different thing.
Yeah, I know. What is the president's attack?
Yeah, ego is I am the man, worship me.
428.
Let's learn this now. Once we get ourselves reacquainted with it, we want to.
It's a long time to go to 428.
Oh, is that where it's at? Page 428?
Yeah.
I've got the manual sitting here beside me, so. Don't leave home without it. That's my motto. So what, Pat, explain what you're doing, Pat, in game terms so they can understand exactly what it is you're up to.
Well, what do you mean?
Trying to get some.
No, it's not
I'm
trying to
asking-
get some. I mean,
I'm asking her out,
in
but
game
very,
terms.
very formally. Besides, she's not bad looking, so why not? I'm asking her out so that I can sit somewhere
Okay.
and take in conversations to help benefit the group. Since I can remember everything, I'll come back and we'll try to break it down, and we'll try to go to different places. So, because, although we're all pretty high class, there'd be some varying lingos for the bohemian guy.
I'm not going to
and
give
maybe the
you
sailor.
I'm not going to give you any additional dice because I don't think your come on was all that great, but it didn't totally suck. So what did you say the number was?
I thought that we're at least for the first part of the evening, wearing the dress for at least the first part of the evening over dinner was great.
Yeah, but women, because right now you're saying she looks like crap.
No, I didn't say that at all. I said I wanted her. I'm sure she has a dress tucked away as beautiful as she looks.
That would be more befitting her
More
beauty.
fitting
Oh, okay,
her
I
beauty.
got you.
And I would love for you to wear that so that
Well,
I might take you out.
Aaron, you make a horrible chick. Just let him have the role.
No, I'm not. I want to learn how to do press attacks, and that's what I looked up. So what was your roll again? 17?
I rolled an 8.
An
Yeah,
8.
he got an 8.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. So
Yeah, my presence is 20.
I
An
know
8
it is. So yes, she is impressed, even though I'm not. And so yes, she will go to dinner with you at a fancy restaurant. Sorry, I wanted to
we got
know.
that stiff out of there. Now that we got that stiff out of here, who's got some money left? Let's play some poker.
Yeah, I guess the doctor's making a house call.
Make a note of that, Pat. Page 428, so I can find that chart again if I need to.
428.
Yeah. All right. Enough of that. So, Pat, I'm not going to role play this date.
Really?
Because
I'd be so sweet.
there's a problem with getting too cutesy in the past with another time agent, which I don't think I need to get into. But they would I can't tell you the amount of problems you could create. So this will be a kiss on the cheek sort of affair.
Good.
But Pat did have a good idea, so I'm gonna. Well,
You're going to ask out one of the other guys?
It's my idea.
no. Like learn the local lingo. So what I'm gonna do, I want to go down because I'm sure there.
That was Jazz Dog's idea.
Yeah.
Walking distance or whatnot. I just want to go check out like the local shipyards. Like
Yeah.
just basically, and I'm gonna overhear stuff obviously, and just. Even though I'm not going to be carrying on a proper conversation, just kind of check out the boats and just keep my ears open. Just see if I can kind of pick up on things.
Okay.
A little bit.
Anybody else going to do anything? Any sort of freelance?
Oh no, we're not in a sightseeing mission. We're here to do a job.
All right, that's fine.
I'm going to go sightseeing. Are you kidding
There
me?
you go.
This is the perfect opportunity to pick up knowledge that I'll never be able to get elsewhere.
That's
Oh,
And I'm not going I'm going dressed up in appropriate clothing, but I'm not going out as the guy I'm supposed to be in case I run into the guy.
Well, I will say, Amanda has mentioned that the people that you're, whose spots you
Impersonating.
have taken over have been dealt with. You don't have to worry about
Oh,
them.
Okay. Yeah, but I still don't know anything about him.
Right, but I'm just
He's
saying.
a famous artist.
Yeah, that's true.
By the way, has
So I'm
anybody
gonna-
thought to pick up a local newspaper and just read the events going on?
Well, I'm heading to the library to research my guy, so I know his past art and crap like that.
Okay.
I'm sure a newspaper wouldn't be hard to find.
Well, the reason I say that is because all these people are prominent figures, so there's gonna be some of them in the news, so that's a good research point
Yeah.
too. If anybody wants to snag some local media.
All right. That's fine. So
Okay.
that's all well and good. You know, I don't see any reason we should have to get through all this stuff. I think that I didn't hear anything outside of the norm.
I know who the captain's going to be on this Titanic.
Well, I mean,
Yes,
history
Google.
knows who he is.
Okay, so I would know.
Who picked up a newspaper? By the way, did somebody say they were doing that?
Mention somebody should. I mean, I can if nobody else does.
Nobody has to, but I thought I heard somebody say it. So I've
Yeah,
got
I
you.
mean-
to do reading back at the place, back at the house.
I just figured somebody else could grab it while I'm out at the docks and Pat's doing his doctoring and
The
Brent's
newspaper.
research.
Just grab one.
Yeah, you're going for a 5-mile walk through the docks. There's got to be a newsstand somewhere, right?
Yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
news-
There's
the
tons of them.
Newspaper.
Sell the newspaper.
So just in case anyone's wondering, here's what is the topic of the hot discussion right around this time: the suffragette movement. In early March, militant suffragettes took to the streets of London and caused a bunch of damage. They went bananas, destroying crap. 120 women were rounded up. So that's quite a topic. The jails are full of chicks, pissed off chicks. So of course, the possibility that people feel that there might be war brewing. So there's that.
Nailed that one.
Yeah. People are taught. The news has this article on a 1911 expedition to the South Pole. So there's also that. There you go. There's some headlines for you to ponder.
Any of the names on the list, like in the paper,
No.
any goings on with any of those people?
Nope. The chances of you finding a newspaper that has dealings involving the characters you're playing at the exact time you pick up a paper, the one time out of literally millions of times,
No.
are so
I
astronomical.
don't mean the characters we're playing. I mean the characters on the list.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, I won't try anything else then, since
Make sure you
Look forward
I want you to get whatever you want out of this before we get into the main event of the evening.
No, I mean I'm not gonna. Just,
Notepad and writing utensil.
maybe another time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I will
So-
say, this is sort of important, I suppose. When you guys arrived in London, and it became obvious to everyone that yes, you had somehow traveled back in time. The weight of the mission is slowly furrowing your brows, and it's hard to think about anything else, knowing what you're getting ready to go into. If you ponder it, how many of the people on the Titanic would have boarded the Titanic if they knew the Titanic was going to hit a iceberg and sink out in the middle of the ocean, and they were all going to possibly get killed, almost certainly, in fact? I doubt too many would have boarded it, but that's exactly what you guys are doing. You're going to drive to the docks tomorrow and board a ship that you know for certain is going to sink in one of the most violent, one of the most ugly disasters in the history of man. So it might be tough to sleep tonight, I guess is what I'm saying.
At least we don't have tickets on the Hindenburg.
Well, see if you wait till you get to this adventure. You guys can be the disaster specialists, the disaster squad. All right. So everyone has got their shopping done, their meals done. Pat, you did, and Chad, you guys did get to take in quite a bit of the local lingo. It's as you would expect, to be honest with you. So here we go, boys. So you guys get up on Wednesday morning early and head down to Waterloo Station along with Amanda. And she has given you your tickets. Oh, I should mention beforehand, she did in fact give you your bounce back shots. Okay? Well, she gave you something that just under the skin, there's a small bump on the back of your wrist, on the back of, like right where your hand and your wrist meet on the back side. If you push and hold, it will activate the bounce back. Okay? Otherwise, the rest of it's automatic. You understand?
Yeah.
Everybody
No.
understand that? Dave, you here?
No, I don't understand. One more time.
She injected you with a bounce back. Okay?
Yes.
It's on the back of your hand, just where your wrist meets your hand. And to activate it manually, you have to press on a little dimple that is there and hold until it activates. Right? You shouldn't have to do that until either the mission's over or you're really screwed. Otherwise, it should
Okay.
do it automatically. Okay? You once you get to Waterloo Station, the boat train takes a little less than 2 hours to make the journey to Southampton docks. Everywhere you see photojournalists and people that are working for newspapers. This is a huge event. The train you're on is only made up of first-class passengers. Everyone else had to take the, basically loser train to get there. So when you get there it is, sat before you. In all of its glory, it's the enormous vessel, the Titanic, sits right in front of you, docked. It's in pristine shape with bunting and flags lining the sides of the ship, blown in the wind. There are people that are just looking at this thing in awe, at the wonder they're beholding, because never before has a ship of this magnitude left these docks or any docks on Earth, and it is quite a majestic sight. You see a gangway that is labeled for first-class customers, and this is where Amanda, who has intermingled with the crowd as you go by, amongst the other first-class passengers, she gives you a silent wink as you begin to head up the gangplank to head onto the bridge.
Before this happened, once I start seeing the photojournalists up ahead, I will have, kind of patted one or two people on the shoulder and been like, no pictures, gentlemen, no pictures.
Very good. So,
I don't care whether you have to carry your jacket, thrown over your shoulder to your forearms in your face, or you're wearing a hat, or stare at the boat, whatever, but probably history won't take kindly to some famous person being somebody else for a photograph.
Okay. So here's the way we're going to play this. All right, because we're getting into the realm of sort of some amorphous gameplay here. Okay, you guys are no longer a group. And I mean, you are, but you're not. You're not physically in a group.
Yeah.
As
yeah.
you intermingle with the other first-class passengers, and so this is Wednesday, and the boat goes down on like late Sunday. Okay, so you've got that amount of time to do whatever investigations you want to do. We're going to go day by day. I think this will go by fairly quickly, and we will. But this is where you're going to do your detective work or whatever other work you're going to do. And so we're just going to sort of go around the horn, and I will tell you what's happening that day. And we really don't need to. Most of the stuff we shouldn't need to swap out any maps and stuff until we get to the actual iceberg part. So when you get there, but if something happens, and don't let me limit you. Feel free to do what you want, but given what they told you, there are some, the limitations that have been imposed on you guys are not restrictive. I mean, you could you could go shoot the captain in the face right now, but I would not advise it. So. You are led to your staterooms. All right. All the staterooms are spacious, carpeted, each with its own marble wash basin. All right. And it's quite lovely. You all have your own staterooms, and they are quite nice. Once everyone has settled in, and the people are arriving, and your luggage shows up to your room, and you are going to be at dock for a little while longer as people climb on board. So pretty much at this point, you can sort of tell me what you want to do with the portion of the ride where the boat is preparing to leave. If there's anything in particular you want to do you want to go out and see people off? This is a momentous event, so that for those that are history buffs, they may want to partake in the actual ferrying off the Titanic. Otherwise, you may just want to, take a nap.
I want to watch the overall procession. I want to pretend like I'm watching it, but really in the background, I kind of want to keep an eye on the ship's staff, see how they do with the crowd management, stuff like that. Trying to get ready for once the thing hits to see how things are gonna go.
Okay.
But yeah, just kind of blend in. Appear to be a guy throwing the streamers or whatever.
Anybody else gonna sort of do that, or
I like Dave's idea. One of the key points about the Titanic was its 5-star service. I mean, you had nearly as many. I think you had one service person for one employee for every 3 people on board or something like that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I lied to you earlier, by the way, when I said the first class tickets were $40. That was incorrect. They were $4,000 in 1912 money. My bad.
Yeah.
I was a little bit off.
So, the level of service.
That's for the big suites. Yeah,
would just be impeccable.
Yes.
You're not sure you can train that on short notice.
Anybody else want to see the ship off?
I'm like Dave. I'm looking at all of the help.
Yeah.
To see if anybody looks unpolished or unprofessional. And anytime, like when they deliver my stuff to my room, I'm going to be talking up how great this ship is. And it's like, it's amazing. We're going to be on board a ship that's going to see service for probably 30 years or 40 years. It's going to be the jewel of the. I'm going to say things that completely contradictory to what's going to happen.
Yeah.
To see if like the person that's packing my clothes or or helping putting my stuff in my room is like you don't know. Boy, you got no idea what's coming.
Yeah.
I want any sort of micro expression. I want to look at.
So you're really scoping out the help.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the easiest way for them to get in.
Okay, that's so Dave, you're just taking general appraisal, Pat scoping out the help. What about you, Chad? What are you up to as this thing launches?
Well, what are the odds of me meeting up with the captain at this point?
Low.
0.
Yep. He might make an
he's driving
appearance
the
at
boat.
dinner.
Got more important stuff to do.
Yep.
Well,
Wait
the
for Captain
reason
Dave.
being, just if possible, I want to let the help know. Obviously, I'm writing notes during this, but just how well known is my reputation? I mean, are they gonna recognize me as like a boat guy?
No. Your reputation is well known enough for you to pay at least $250 for a first class ticket. But it's not like if all these are a lot of ham and eggers. Your reputation is well known amongst people of your type, you know. So the captain may have heard of you. Do you have reputation as on your sheet?
Oh, that I'll have to see.
The answer is no. So that means no.
I
They
would
probably
say
haven't
no.
heard of you. That's the whole point of taking reputation.
Well, but wouldn't it be reputation like as my guy? Because I'm like, I'm playing somebody that's
I
not
understand.
my character.
That's true. That's a valid point. But in this case, no, I'm going to say no, that there's probably not a great chance that, like, the captain, I mean, this is the captain of the Titanic. You know what I'm saying? You were a commercial merchant, boat merchant. This guy's playing with the big cruise ships, a whole different world.
Well, basically, what I'm angling at, basically, I want to ultimate goal here. I want to give the captain a sextant as a gift. Basically, I want to try and get chummy with the captain.
Best you can do with that is probably if
At dinner.
a dinner party where the captain showed up at a dinner party for the
So you
guests.
brought the sextant on board, and you've got it in your cabin there.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
duly noted. All right. What about you? What about you, Dave? Excuse me, not Dave, but what about you, Jazz?
As a wealthy businessman,
Yeah.
I'm going to be on deck, waving to the onlookers, making sure I'm seen on board.
Very good.
Having a grand old time, a cocktail.
This is like right up your alley. That's why you were chosen, because this is something that's in your wheelhouse.
Wait till you let me loose here.
Yeah. Brent, what are you doing?
Reading a book.
I'm going to check out. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, he's sitting on the main deck Googling stuff on his laptop.
That would be something.
Well, I was gonna go. I was gonna go check the chapels, but the Titanic had no dedicated chapels or churches.
Correct.
Oh, really?
That's insane.
You know,
Yeah,
if
I didn't know that.
I can just briefly before you. So, I will say that first class passengers are expected to stay in first class areas of the ship. All right. So, because if you don't do that, you're basically super slumming. All right, that's the way it looks. So, just an FYI. So you've got multiple decks. The boat deck is the top deck of the Titanic. It has first and second class promenades, and the wheelhouse and the bridge. Okay, and this is where that awesome staircase tops out. Okay, the ones you've seen the pictures of.
Yes.
On the boat deck are 16 wooden lifeboats. On their davits, that's how you'll reach 8 on each side. Okay, that's the boat deck. That's the top deck. The promenade deck A is only for first class passengers, which I mentioned. And first class, like Pat said, is double awesome. Literally, one of the things you're going to have to deal with is constantly being fussed over by the staff. And this is expected from the first class passenger. That's what they paid the money for. As I mentioned, you also get the bridge deck up there. And you also you've got a shelter deck. These are staterooms, right? The third class facilities are underneath. You've probably seen the movie. You know, they're down there eating chickens and dancing like idiots. You've also got a saloon deck. And the saloon deck has a first class entrance. And then you've got the upper deck, which has more staterooms. So there's plenty of places to stretch out. And I've got all this stuff. If we have to get precise with our characters on mapping and stuff, I've got all this stuff ready to go. But we probably won't need that until maybe the end. So as the Titanic slowly drifts out of dock, blowing its horns, you feel the power of this mighty, mighty ship. I mean, it's like nothing you've ever felt before, and you guys are from the future. This was quite the marvel of engineering, and it cuts through the water quite nicely. So yeah, it's a good ride. Since you said you're on the deck, right, Chad?
Yeah, I can be. I mean,
I'm not
if I
telling
can't
you
hook
to
up
be
with
there. I thought you said you were out looking around.
Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I'd ultimately like to hook up with the captain, but I'm sure he's got his hands full at the moment.
Yeah, he's driving the boat. So yeah. So
Well, you mentioned
I
you
want you
mentioned
to
the
listen.
bridge.
You've got
You
a.
mentioned the bridge was close by. Can I get anywhere? I mean, I'm assuming that's where they're going to be controlling the boat from.
Are you telling me you want to approach the captain at the bridge as the Titanic takes its maiden launch?
No. I just want to scope out the area for now. Just get a feel for where everything's at.
He's gonna change time totally. The ship's gonna hit the harbor because he was knocking at the door.
Chad, make it. Do you have any sort of boat or seafaring skills?
Oh Lord, no.
Okay, make a perception roll at a steep penalty.
Okay.
Wait, Aaron, I'm hanging out at the staircase since you never actually found out what I was doing.
Okay, thank you.
I got a 7.
That's a good roll. Okay, does anyone here have any sort of nautical skills?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Chad,
I don't think so.
that was a good roll. You notice that as the Titanic turns to leave the dock, it actually almost capsizes a couple boats. As it drives out of dock. So
It almost runs them over.
no, I mean So what happened was, when the Titanic left, it caused a bob in the water and a rocking motion, and a small liner, the New York, the morning line snap, and it almost hits. It looks like you guys might hit the New York, but at the last second, the captain sort of veers off out of the way.
Lord.
Now, Pat and Brent, make a research roll.
Is it history based
Yes,
or
history based.
religious based?
History.
All right. I Uber nailed it.
Yeah, nice roll.
I exactly nailed it.
Okay,
So
you both remember this as being something that happened, so that's good. It could have been a lot worse. And Chad, you hear the captain yell "full astern," and preventing all disaster of the New York being hit. So the captain managed to avoid the accident.
Unlike the cornucopia or the Go on, that's fine.
Carpathia.
Yeah,
Anyone that was out on the deck who could have witnessed this, make a perception roll. Lower is definitely better here. Real low.
Wait, what are we doing?
Does this include me as
Everyone that was outside the ship, outside, watching the ship leave,
Got it.
make a perception roll.
Okay, perception.
Where's that on my sheet?
well? I got
It's
a-
It's
I
up.
got
It's
11.
up beside your stats at the top, the characteristics.
Yep,
Tell
my
me who gets
my
the-
roll is 11.
Okay,
I
that's
could've
not going to
been
do it.
somewhere else.
Nope.
I got an 11.
Nope.
Oh, it's by
I got it. I got a 6.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
look what I rolled.
You got a 6? Holy
Yeah, he got a
smokes.
6.
Dave?
I got a 7.
Dave got it. Dave, you noticed something. And this is from your time working with the Piermen back in the day. Just a little bit of knowledge you know is that this incident could have been avoided if the Titanic had been in such a hurry to leave the dock. So clearly, the captain had to juice down, where you know for a fact that he was coming out of the docks too fast, which is what caused the incident. So just something there. So finally, you guys have.
Is the Titanic leaving on time? Is it possible that he was in a hurry to keep a schedule?
Well, it's behind time now. At 1 o'clock, you hear a bugle, and that means it's lunchtime. And as you hear the bugle, you can see the Isle of Wight passing by, and people are starting to descend down to eat their meal. Most people are just chatting about almost wrecking the New York, but they're also a bunch of jerks. So they're just snooty. It's first class snooty jerk fest. So,
Okay, so
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down and find a table just with a mix of people.
Yeah.
You know, just because I'm assuming that's where you're setting and just joining each other's company.
Let me tell you what rooms you're in. Because this has some importance here. So you guys might want to write this down as soon as I can figure out where I just saw them. Let me see here. Talk amongst yourselves for just a second while I flip to the right page here.
Obviously, guys, we need to find people on the list discreetly. I think at this point in the game, we just need to sit at a table.
Are we together at all?
No, we should be seen together as little as possible. That's why I said maybe
Agreed.
late in the evening we could have like just everybody gather in one of the first class kind of private rooms under the ruse of a poker game, and we all just sit around and
Okay, if we
there's
make
nobody
that
around.
happen, shit. Jonathan, no. Barney,
yes.
Kingston, the other Barney. I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
Barnabas.
To me, it's Barnabas.
Yeah.
You changed it.
Trying to chase after these 20 people is fruitless. It's like
I
trying
didn't
to
say
hurt
chase
cats.
after them.
Listen,
I said
listen,
we should
listen to
keep
what
an
I'm saying.
eye out for them if we run into them.
All we got to do is find the stopwatch guys. We stop the stopwatch guys, everything else fixes itself. We don't have to do nothing. We don't have to hurt these 20 people. We got to find the bad guys.
Yeah, that's
Stop
why
them.
that's why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Does that make sense to you, or you disagree?
Yeah. If
I'm not
time
talking to
was
you.
left,
I'm talking to the weirdo.
sorry. Well, sometimes you interchange me and him as weirdos.
I got him listed as Dave wrote him as Barney and Barney.
That's what he told me they were.
That's how it was relayed. So it wasn't Dave on this one. It was Aaron.
What did I do?
We're not gonna have a lot of
You
time to
named them
chat.
both Bernie.
Oh,
so
sorry.
we gotta.
I love you. You love
Okay,
me.
here are your room assignments. Okay, at least some of them, the ones I can find. Barnabas is in C 97.
Is that Pat?
No.
That's
me.
Brent. And hilariously, let's see here. I'll make sure I've got the right. Make sure I don't mix you guys up. Oh yeah, Jazz, you are closest to Brent. You are actually in C99.
Good Lord.
Okay, so we can maybe talk easier than some of the other ones.
Okay.
Save Richard.
Okay. The Chad, you're in C74.
Okay.
Dave, you are in A1.
Sounds fancy.
Yeah, how's he get the best room?
What do you
You know,
mean?
it
He's in a
it-
big
it
barrel
didn't-
full of steak sauce.
It didn't. Did not start out as a steak sauce. They started it came out as a sauce for everything, but eventually I've watched the A1s. It's not easy to make either. I'm very vested in the fluid.
And I think that's what
That's what she said.
Pat, are you the only one I haven't given an assignment to? I'm looking here. These
Yes,
things are
that
hard
is
to
the only one.
find. I think you are in C99.
No, I'm
Nope.
in C-
No,
No, I lied.
Jazz is in
C74. Have I given that one out?
I think
Yeah.
so.
No. Yeah, that's Chad.
Why do they do this like this? It's real strange.
I want to be in an
I feel like I
A
got a bingo.
like Dave.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're predetermined. It's not like I'm making them up.
Sound
There's
like
one
it.
here they didn't give. For whatever reason they didn't give the number to. Let's just say you're at A7.
Okay. That means occasionally Dave and I may be able to talk.
Okay.
You're close.
Sorry about
Okay.
that. That
No problem.
information wasn't real well documented. Okay.
Okay.
Lunchtime. Who's eating?
All of us, I guess.
Okay.
So, kind of, I don't want to keep mentioning it, but as I go throughout my day, a couple of things, right? Before I said it, my mnemonic memory, I was going to remember the floor plan, and hopefully, if we had access to any of the like schedules of people, trying to keep an eye out on the look for any stopwatch people, maybe somebody who's supposed to be somewhere they're not, somebody who's just trying to keep it while still doing the standard stuff, trying not to become suspicious. We go have lunch, sit down. Are they assigned? Are the seating assigned by table, by cabin? How is the seating
Oh,
assigned?
you
Or
just
is it
it's
just
there's
sit
plenty of
anywhere?
room. It's not assigned. You can just go in there and. In fact, there are multiple places to eat. The majority of the people in first class. You got to remember, you're not with the riffraff. You're in the first class lounge, so it's top shelf. Top shelf.
Well, what I want to do is go in and while I'm eating, just kind of align myself with the table. Just any group of people, doesn't matter. They could all be laughing about almost sinking, that boat, whatever, anything that gets me into the conversation. But while we're eating, just compliment the food, talk about blah blah blah. But I want to introduce myself.
Okay.
And then that way they all introduce themselves. So now I have names and faces. So then I just want to go ahead and just talk with them, and occasionally use a word slightly out of their vernacular. Pardon me, nothing crazy, but just something that might be like, what
You mean like tubular
something? Or I was going to say like,
or
Chinese
grody to the
people.
max?
Well, not quite like that. But shiny is like a word that,
Like in
what-
Firefly.
yeah, what it means something, but you mean something else somewhere else. And be like, oh, an old war buddy used to say that after he got busty headed and polishing everybody's buckles and boots for 2 weeks, because he, whatever the case, blah blah blah. I have a story behind it, but just to see if I can catch just a side-eyed glance or a look from anybody that from the people I'm studying with.
I gotta make a roll. Hold on a second here.
Because I can make a roll too. Because,
No, you don't make a roll. You don't need to make one. You're fine.
Because micro expressions, I can detect up to
ignore
1/25 of a second.
What we get there? Oh man, 12. Okay. All right. Dave, can you do me a favor? Roll 3 6-sided dice for me.
Alrighty. $10.
Okay, thank you. All right. Pat, you are doing your thing. You're working your area.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you fellas? Let's go around here, and then we'll move along.
I'm going.
Go
Go ahead.
okay. I'm going to tell you what I want to accomplish by the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we can by the end of the day, using a combination of my lock picking, sleight of hand, stealth, persuasion, and acting skills, get my hands on
That's a heck of a combination.
a spare pair of a servant's clothing from a locker room, whatever. I want to try to get a outfit, some kind of a service outfit by the end of the day. And I'll be using my lip reading skill all day to see if I happen to pick up any strange conversations that are interesting to me.
Make an intelligence check.
So my intelligence is 15. I need this 12 where it says roll.
12 or less.
Okay. Missed it by 1, 2. Damn it.
Okay. So that sounds good, and we'll have to role play. Let's do a little bit of that. Brent, what about you? You were on the staircase from last we spoke.
I am showing myself off at a dizzying pace. I'm being sure to be noticed. I'm being sure to be greeted. I'm treating myself as if I am probably far more famous than I am, but I'm trying to network. I've got a cloak on, even if I have to do a makeshift cloak. I have some kind of head wreath or headgear on. I'm trying to just basically gain attention.
That's kind of interesting,
I'm
Brian. I
exuding
like that idea.
confidence.
Make an ego roll. I'm considering your... Yes, make an ego roll. I'm going to give you a break on that one. That stunk.
Did not go well.
Okay.
I'm more making an ass of myself.
So, for people that are, no one's really in the stairwell, but for anyone that would be, Brent has been making himself into an annoying nuisance, and people are shunning him effectively. They think so. Brent,
I
make
think it's a good plan.
Brent,
'cause
make.
everybody's.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say everybody's trying to not reveal themselves, and by him doing this, it like almost throws suspicion off of them. You know what I mean?
Well, Brent, can you make a what do you have? Let me see what you've got here.
Well, what? Don't look at my sheet. Tell me what
I'm looking
need.
at your sheet.
He's allowed.
I know what I know.
In other words, he's having nothing. You got nothing. He's trying to make something fit.
Brent, make a dex check.
What is he dodging tomatoes?
He fell down the stairs.
Ow.
Okay.
He fell down the stairs.
You're making such an annoyance of yourself. Someone sort of gave you a shove, and you stumble, but thankfully you didn't fall. Yeah, the help are starting to look
I'm
at you.
now following that person
Well,
for the rest of the day.
You can't tell who it was without a perception check.
I will try to make that perception check. Although Brent no good at perception. Although today Brent real good at perception.
Well, no, you're not. You did not.
I rolled a 7.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. I thought it said a 10. Okay, yeah, that you do see a gruff, tall, hairy gentleman that was going up the stairs past you, and he just sort of like shoved by you.
It's Dave.
It's not Dave.
No.
So Brent is in the stairwell, being his character. There's no doubt about it. Okay, let's go.
Me?
Let's go to Chad. Are
Okay,
you at lunch, or are you still up hanging around the bridge?
I'm still hanging around the bridge.
Okay.
Have I seen? At this point?
Yeah.
Have I seen the captain emerge or like come
No.
into view at
He's
any point?
piloting. You see him piloting the ship from your vantage up above in the bridge area. He's literally driving the boat.
Him up there.
Okay. Is there anybody coming in and out of where the captain is at? Like another crew, like one of his underlings or the help that I could basically write a note and let him know that I have a gift for
Let's
the
play
captain.
a secondary game while we're playing Minutemen. Let's see who's going to get arrested first.
Well, there's nothing wrong with writing the captain a note.
Brent or
Oh, yes, that is a secondary game. I think Brent's well in the lead.
Brent, I don't know. I mean, there's got to be some picture of the Titanic with some weird guy's face pressed against the glass in the window.
Yeah, so we're first class passengers, right? So
Well,
we've
yeah,
probably
allegedly.
been assigned. So we've probably been assigned a steward to our cabin. So
Yes.
Chad could probably have told the steward, "Hey, when the steward walked into his cabin, because we're first class, that's how they do it. He's, hey, by the way, I would like to have a meeting with the captain at some point. I am also a naval person,
Well,
and I would like to present him with a gift. Could that have
Dave,
happened?"
that could have happened, but it didn't happen.
That
But
steward would
Instead,
have
he's
given-
But
gonna
I
be
will say-
stalking
hold on a
around-
sec.
Instead, he's going to be stalking around
Oh,
the door.
no,
for 3
hold
days.
on. Everyone, as I mentioned earlier, there's more than enough stewards for everyone. And Chad,
Well, yeah,
around
you would
you are any number of gentlemen that would be happy and eager to help you out.
Okay. Then I would like to grab one and request their assistance to basically present a gift to the captain on this momentous occasion.
Okay, now it's difficult for me to make you make some sort of roll for writing this note down.
This is 1913.
12. I
And remember, Chad can't talk.
I know. So
Well,
Chad, you
First, we have to see if the steward can read.
well.
Oh yeah.
Please don't help.
Ugh.
Please don't help.
Chad,
Also note, I am wearing a seafaring cap, and I'm dressed
Like Gilligan.
similar.
Gilligan had a seafaring
Uh,
cap.
I
didn't
mean,
he?
Chad actually looks like he looks like $1 million. You know, he's a big, wealthy guy with an awesome cane. So, Chad, I'm gonna have you make an intelligence roll and see how, and just as to how you would have worded your thing, since you don't have any other skills that really pertain.
Since I'm not intelligent enough to do it on my own.
I didn't say
Yeah,
that.
okay.
I never said that. You're making up crap. I'm trying to be.
Okay.
We're playing the game.
I've got a 14 intelligence.
Okay.
So,
Roll
okay,
it.
So I'm gonna
Way above average.
I'm gonna roll my happy 3 dice and see how bad I butcher it. Oh.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, you write your note. The porter looks at it. He nods and he says, "I'll send this up to the bridge as soon as possible, sir."
Can I tip this guy?
Oh, you better believe
Yes.
you can.
It's getting up there
Is it-
fast.
okay. Is it appropriate?
Oh yes. Oh God, yes. And you guys each
Okay,
have
I-
some spending money.
He's your
Okay,
porter.
I'm gonna slip this guy like some cash on the side to help me out.
How much you gonna give him?
Oh Lord, how much do I have? I don't know.
Well, you haven't looked at your suitcase yet or your trunk, but just having on you, you've probably got, I don't know, 50 pounds.
Okay, 50 pounds. How good of a tip is that?
That would be
A lot. That'd be like $1 million.
that would be so much money. You don't need to spend all of it.
Okay,
He took the same disadvantage I did.
What do you mean?
My guy doesn't understand money.
Yeah, but
Well,
he
the thing
didn't take
is-
that.
the thing is, I would understand, but like Chad in this time period,
Right,
playing
you-
the character, I have no idea what would be a
Make
a good
another
tip.
intelligence roll.
Just
Let
give
the-
him a pound.
Let the
Just give him
dice
a
let the dice decide. That's the way I look at it. Okay, you think
I
that
got a 9.
you think that a shilling would be more than sufficient.
Okay, how much is a shilling?
A
compared
well,
to
give him a pound. A pound.
Crown. A crown is like $20.
I'll double
That-
that.
1 pound is.
So you're going to give this guy 40 pounds?
Yeah, $5 in 1921 is equivalent to approximately $80 to $90 now.
Man,
It's
when you
$5.
hand this guy that money, I mean, he literally screams. And it's like he hit the lottery. He's like, "Thank you so much, sir. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, my God." And the other porters are looking around, and all of a sudden, Chad, the porters and stewards start ebbing ever closer. Much like when you go to a strip club and you overpay the stripper, the other strippers want a piece of that, and they're coming. So we'll leave you right there. You will never be alone again, my friend. And the funny thing is you can't speak. So when all the porters are around you asking you what you want, you're just gonna stay there with a dumb look on your face. All right. That's pretty good. Okay, who have we not attended to that yet that needs to do something here right around lunchtime? All right, Jazz, let's take care of you. All right, since you have a more complicated plan. So let me get this straight. You want to somehow obtain some servants' clothes.
Correct.
Okay. That's something that's possible to do. It's going to require a little sleuthing. Okay. You can see in fact, it's funny. Right now. This is the what you're looking at here is the second class promenade. But let's see at the very back. You see the maid, valets, pantry. That's where all the clothing is held back there. All right. So, and of course, you guys looked at the floor plans and stuff ahead of time, so you got a vague idea. Go ahead. How do you feel like you want to attempt to do this? I've got my own ideas, but let's see how you have it planned.
Yeah, me too.
Well, obviously, I want to get in good with some of the staff that are around me.
So you want to and there are plenty of staff with you at any time. You can talk to any low-level porter or steward you want. That's no
I
problem.
know I'm not there, but it's a small tip to help to get in good with the staff. If you tip them each a small country, they should let you in the room.
Obviously, at this point, I don't want to use stuff like lock picking or sleight of hand.
Right.
But I can use my persuasion, my acting.
Sure. So give me your pitch.
I just want to. All right, I'm talking to a servant. This ship's amazing. How have you found your duty on it so far?
Well, this is our first voyage, so time will tell how she goes. But we hope that everything runs smoothly and that you have an excellent time.
They don't work you too hard, do you? Did you get some time off to enjoy the ship?
I am a salaried employee. My time is not my own, but I'll be happy to direct you to any number of enjoyable areas of the ship.
Oh, I was just making talk with you. I'm just kind of interested. Do you have downtime where you can, take a nice rest? Do you get together with some of the other people and have meals together?
Well, yes, we do. We do have staff dinners, and we do see each other at our off hours occasionally. But since we're all new to the ship, we haven't been here that long. We don't really know. I don't know all the staff all that well.
Would you mind showing me around like the staff quarters? I'm just curious. I'd like to get to meet some of the people here.
That's a roll. Let's go with persuasion.
Yes.
Well, sure. I mean, you want to see where we stay?
Why'd that +1 come up here?
So
That's
you've
something.
probably got that clicked. You do. So there you go. Try it again. It doesn't. We'll keep your roll.
I would have passed. I would have
Yeah.
passed anyway.
Yeah. We'll keep your roll. Really, fine gentlemen like yourself should not wander down below decks.
Okay, I
It's
can
just
use my
simply
acting skill.
it's simply not done.
Can use my acting skills well. Like before I made it, I started working just like you, from the ground up. You're my kind of people. I know I dress nice and I've got these fancy digs and I'm on this fancy boat, but I'm more comfortable around working class people like you.
All right, give that a shot. Man, he's working his shot here, everybody.
It still says +1.
Oh, right here.
So
See where it says
13.
mod? See where it says mod right there? I think turn
Yeah.
that off.
But a base of 13 does pass my acting skill.
There we go. I just turned it off, dude.
Thanks.
13. Well, I mean, first class passengers aren't supposed to go below deck.
Can you give me like a spare uniform so I can walk down there with you and see the place?
That's a big ask. You're gonna have to roll.
Big ant.
You're gonna have
I
to.
already made 2 rolls. I already passed.
Oh, you're not done yet. You're gonna have to make a big time persuasion roll for that to kick in. That's all you're now you're asking for it all. You're a persuasive guy.
I'd like to see how they treat you guys. I'm gonna juice it up with a couple pounds too.
Oh, okay. Oh, not so good. He's like, I'm sorry, sir. There's no way I could get you down there in one of our outfits.
Fair enough. Maybe another time after we settle in a little bit.
Did you give
I'd like
this
to
guy a
see-
tip?
Yeah.
He goes, listen, I appreciate that you took the time to speak to me and as a human. So he understands that, yes, you are his sort of people. It's just that was a bridge too far. So we'll come back to you. Okay.
Go find another one.
That was
Find
some.
my guy. He's all happy right
Would
now.
you listen? Well, Dave,
Yes, sir.
what are we doing?
Not 100% sure. Going through the lunch process,
All right.
keeping an eye on the staff.
Oh,
Gonna do a quick.
that reminded me of something.
All right,
Make
1 to 6.
Make another perception roll real quick before you leave lunch,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Iodine poisoning in the shellfish.
13.
Okay. All right. Nothing to report there, Dave. So your lunch is. By the way, I should mention that the meals here. Holy God! I mean, they are off the charts good. I mean, they really have an excellent selection. It's top shelf. I forgot to roll this earlier. Everyone here, has anyone here had any experience on a boat before?
Yeah, my guy has.
Like it's on your sheet.
Not like running one, but like doing cruises and stuff like that.
Okay,
Well,
everyone.
I live next to a river, so I would assume I've been on boats before.
Is it on your sheet? If it's not on your sheet, I don't want to hear about it. Okay.
Okay, well, mine's more life experience. So it's not on the
Everyone
sheet.
make a constitution check right now after lunch.
Oh,
Tell me if you don't pass.
So my constitution is a 15. My roll is a 12.
I got a 6.
Did you pass?
I would hope so.
You're good.
You don't look at your stat. You look at the roll number. It's like the 4th column.
Yep,
I failed.
Okay, boy.
I failed.
Okay. So you guys start getting queasy. Seasickness, a little bit of seasickness between the food, the smell of the food, and the fact that you guys are underway fully is making you guys a little bit ill. And so it's going to take you a while to get your sea legs. Anybody else fail?
Nope.
Okay. So you guys are going to be suffering for a while and are going to be green, as it were. So it might not be the worst idea for you guys to find somewhere to sit down or maybe head to your stateroom. If anybody goes to their staterooms, let me know so I'll explain exactly what you got going on in there.
Yeah, I'll go back to them.
Okay, you're going to go back. So I mentioned that how the luxury of the staterooms and the marble water bowl and the whole 9 yards. I will say, with the exception of the A-class staterooms, nobody else has their own bathroom. They're shared. All right, so just something to keep in mind. Yeah. Dave, are you going to still keep lingering, or you go back to your stateroom?
What I'm gonna do is, even though I'm feeling a little queasy, I'm gonna try and walk it off. What I'm gonna do is remember, I memorized the floor plan.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the next half hour, 2 hours, walk the ship, make sure the plans that I saw match. I'm gonna see if there's any. This is the maiden voyage. Perhaps one or two of the stairways is shut down. Right, I want to make sure everything's open. Just want to kind of get a feel of the ship, see if I can, while not looking at them exactly, find the location of the rooms of the people who we're, trying to protect or not protect. Just kind of get a lay of the land for the next couple of hours, walking around, walking off the stomach issues, while also keeping a lookout for any shady agents of Cobra.
It's stopwatch. So here's the thing. You were warned, and you now see this pitched into reality, that anytime you try to go into an area that's not a first class area, you are heavily warned and then sort of prodded into not going there.
Fine. Yeah, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to sneak in. Yeah, but
that's fine.
Then sticking to the appropriate locations.
Yeah, and it would be out of character for a wealth bag to do that.
Yeah,
Dave, make me one more quick perception roll. and then we will dispatch with you. I want to get everybody in before we call it a night.
Uh, 8.
Wow, that's real good. Dave, you think you recognize somebody as you're walking down the hall, which is quite astounding.
Yeah, because I can't think I read. I mean, I must read. I've got the eidetic memory. I have to remember them.
Remember when you guys looked through all the stopwatch agent
Yes.
photos?
Yes.
Mhm.
You actually think you recognized one of the guys.
Is he a passenger or crew?
Well, it's not wearing a crew outfit, so
Okay,
one would
she's a
assume it was a
passenger.
passenger. And it's a lady.
And she's in the first class area?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to definitely take a mental note of that while not attempting to actually follow her, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how my stealthy maneuvers are with a bad tummy.
Yeah.
Just going to kind of take note of it, kind of get out of there very discreetly, go to another proper first class location and, be discreet while still trying to scope out folks.
That was a
as
good-
well as, like I said, making sure to see if I can identify any locations on the plans that should have been complete and maybe are now shut down, or just trying to find anything out of the ordinary.
All right. Make a you've got Eddie. So you nothing seems as you would not have expected it to be structurally thus far. All right.
Awesome.
We're gonna leave you there. Brent, let's finish you up for the evening. Lunch is over. Are you still pursuing that gentleman?
Yeah, not like antagonistically. Just I want others to know that he assaulted me, and that I'm offended to the highest honor.
Make an intelligence roll.
Yeah, I got it.
You're pretty sure that he didn't do it on purpose, and you're also pretty sure that he doesn't even know he did it.
Oh, well, if that's the case, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I told you that before. I didn't want.
Instead, I'm going to go to my room
Yeah.
and unpack completely.
Okay. Very good. Anybody else have anything to do before we end the first day and
I
call it
don't
a
think we
night?
ever rolled for any of my stuff.
What do you want to do, Pat?
I was introducing myself and getting the names of other people we're eating with, and
Oh, yes.
saying
So
those strange words to see if I could detect any reaction from any of the people or any of the other
Yeah, he did those rolls.
cast or crew. Okay.
I
don't
did well.
remember.
It's so. What is your presence is incredible, and your comeliness is pretty high too, right? What is it? Even right off the top of your head?
It's 12.
All right, that's still. I mean, that's above average. So people find you quite captivating, and obviously you're intelligent. And occasionally, when you break out one of these words, you do see people like furrow their brow a bit. You know, the funny thing is, you're such an intelligent man. I mean, that's the one thing that you've got. You've got incredible intelligence, and so it occurs to you that you're talking at such a high level that people may not be able to differentiate your 50-cent words from the rest of what you're saying. It's quite a high level of conversation. But there are a few people there that nod accordingly. You know, there's another professor there, Professor Ball, and he is from Princeton. He knows, he generally can talk to you on your level. Although, I mean, you've got to remember that with a intelligence as high as yours, you're literally one of the smartest people on Earth that ever lived. Well, I'm just saying,
Didn't
you've
mean
got
for it to go quite like that. But
you've got the
okay.
highest intelligence that man can have.
Okay.
I mean, you do. You know you do. So I'm just saying. That's why. I mean, luckily you're such a good conversationalist. Do you have conversation or persuasion?
Oh yeah, I have high society.
Oh, you do.
Acting,
Oh, this is okay.
conversation.
Roll high society for me, please. Make sure you tell me that sort of stuff when you're getting in a conversation. Lord.
Yeah, I made a 9. I needed a 13 or less.
Your table has swelled with people paying attention to you. They are very duly impressed. I mean, not only are you intelligent, but you're witty and charming. And you do see a number of ladies looking at you with a carnal lust in their eye.
Hubba hubba.
Yeah.
Which would be nice, but right now I'm shooting for anything that lets me know that they're in on the deal. They know that this ship isn't going to go the way that everyone here thinks the ship's going to go. So that's why I'm using words that
This is why you're on the ship.
out of time.
This is why you were chosen right here, because of your intelligence and your ability to mingle. Now, now that you have established yourself as a popular figure, next time around, remember this. And if you get to the point where you want to try to use your newfound status to glean information, it'll be an easier glean for you than it would have been before. Is there anyone else that has anything to do? Because I told you we're going to cut this off at 3 hours, so we're going to quit. We're stopping at 11. So, is there anyone that has anything they want to talk about here in the dying embers of this event? Chad,
Is there anything in the luggage?
Go ahead.
Is there anything in the luggage that was unexpected?
There's not. There's absolutely not. And there's a reason for that. And the reason is no one is 100% sure who will go through the bags. And now that would have been a horrible sin, but back in the day. But then again, lots of horrible things happened in the early 1900s in London or any place else. So you can't be too careful when it comes to packing. So yeah,
in high end hotels, even the Langham does this today. They'll unpack and hang all your clothes up and press them for you. So they technically unpack you.
Oh yeah, that would that would have happened, but you've got everyone boarding, and so right now they're going down the line. But no, everything looks fine. What were you saying, Jazz?
I just wanted to clarify, as we end today, the end of the first day on the cruise is the end of April 11th. Is that correct?
I believe so. Let me double check.
Well, I mean, in theory, if we left Monday, April 8th, it's still Monday, April 8th, right?
Well, no, you didn't.
We spent 3 days in London.
So you guys are on board. Let me see here. Wednesday,
I put
April 10. So this is the last hours of Wednesday, April 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have 11, 12, 13, 3 full
14.
days.
Yeah.
Before the iceberg on the 14th.
I'm sorry for the confusion, Dave. If you did get confused about the time, does that affect any of your machinations or anyone?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So does that clear that up for everybody?
Yes.
We really should make a note of what day it is. It'd probably be better for everybody.
I made some notes.
Oh, good.
I've put them in the channel. So I've got arrival Monday, April 18th, on board Wednesday, April 10th, iceberg Sunday, April 14th,
Very good,
2 hours
Dave.
and 40 minutes later.
That's good. Yeah, that one I would remember that one.
You may want to screenshot the information on your player card, your note card, because I don't think it saves.
Well, I'm going to save the game right where it's at, and it should keep everything, theoretically. But yeah, it's not the worst idea. to
I didn't
screenshot
say
it.
mine from last session.
So, that's because we didn't use the same save. I had to do a bunch of crap to get ready. So,
Well, if it's in the Discord chat, then all
Yeah,
that
so
information
That's
there
true.
will still be there.
so finishing up, because we're almost done. We're gonna get on the pike one more time. We are now into early evening, the first day, Wednesday. Brent, any evening activities? You're gonna that way, and anything you want to set up now, we can pay off when we get back.
I am going to try to brainstorm a way that if someone was looking for me from the future, they would find a clue in my room or in my luggage.
I see. So you're
be
self
that-
you're
but-
self checking.
I'm self-incriminating.
Huh?
I'm
He
gonna
wants to
take
be
that
found
book
out.
that I bought. Yeah, I'm gonna take that book that I bought,
Yeah.
and be sure it is somewhere that someone who was looking for it would find it. Either tucked under a shirt in the drawer, that kind of thing.
Okay. Is the book special for
And
some
in the
reason?
margins,
Oh.
huh?
Okay. Go ahead. I didn't. Go ahead. You weren't done.
And in the margins, I'm gonna write the date of the sinking, just like on the title, like
Oh.
somewhere in the margin, the first couple of pages.
Make an
Just the
intelligence
date,
roll.
That's it. I killed it.
You don't know if that's a good idea. That seems like a
I
not
don't
good
care if it's a
idea.
Good idea. That's what
That
I'm
seems
doing.
against everything that they told you not to do.
It's a date in a book. I'm not writing like Titanic sinks, it's over.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just writing a date in the
Make
book.
a note of that so we can remember that for next time. All right. Pat.
Yes.
It's Wednesday evening. What are we doing in the?
There's
at the-
bound to be a social party.
Oh
Wednesday
my,
night.
yes. Keep in mind there's card games. There's drinking, dancing. There's a band in the first class lounge area. A nice band too.
I have acting, so I'm always going to appear to be slightly more tipsy than I actually am.
Okay.
Always have a drink with me. I'm going to do the old
Bruce Wayne.
or the guy that did the roast, Dean Martin.
Oh yeah. Or Foster
Yeah.
Brooks.
I
Foster
always
Brooks
have to
was
get-
way over the top.
Yeah, I'm
So-
not going to do that, but I'm going to do enough that kind of loose lips. But I'll know
see.
exactly what's going on. Be to watch everybody.
Okay. So remind me for the next time we will start roles on those acting. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Chad, you what are we up to? You've given your note to the and you've made that man the wealthiest porter on earth.
Well, I'm assuming this was up around the bridge when I did that.
It was right in front of the bridge. Yes. Yeah. People
Okay.
and the porters are really all over you.
Well, since then, I'm gonna basically retire for the evening since it's getting late at this point.
You're going to your room.
Yeah, and I haven't unpacked or anything. I'm sure they know where I'm at.
Make a
so
perception roll.
Okay. I got I rolled 14.
All right. Never mind. All right. You're back in your room. All right. Jack.
And I want to do the same thing because I haven't unpacked yet. So go
That's
ahead
fine.
and unpack me.
Oh, by the way, your stuff's already unpacked and pressed. Word travels fast. There's a mint on your pillow. You've got extra pillows, blankets.
I would have gone to change because you want some type of night, like almost black tie type event at night. So I'd have gone back to my room and changed too.
That's fine. Okay, Jazz, there was anything we didn't catch with you?
There's enough time left. I'm not willing to do anything desperate yet.
Yeah.
I'm going
Good
to
idea.
Continue to try to find a way to become an unseen servant. That's my plan.
Okay.
Keep working on that.
Dave, you're the last man in line. What do you need? Are you there, Dave?
Yeah, I'm here.
I mean, you don't have to do anything. It's the end of the first day.
Dave's mad he hadn't got to shoot anybody yet.
But yeah, but Dave did possibly identify somebody.
We identified, but I don't know what room. All I know is that they're in first class.
Did you make a note that you'd possibly had an ID click there? Because we could pick that. We could pick that string up the next time we play if you want.
I mean, I wrote it down on my whatchamacallit.
Okay.
I got a pad of paper here.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. I think that's a good place to finish it up on the end of day one.
One last thing before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
We don't know what his favorite color is. Don't worry.
Wasn't there word of a poker
Just
game that
introduce
we were
the
going to
captain.
all hang out at?
There's card games in the lounge and in the what's the thing, the daggum thing called, the saloon.
Well, the reason being, remember Pat said early on, like basically us hooking up at a poker game so that we kind of swap notes, so to speak.
I believe one of you is quite a accomplished card player, if I'm not mistaken. And that, by the way, was by design. Like I said, they knew who they wanted when they brought you on board. So, yes.
Yeah, we agreed to look in one of the more formal rooms that doesn't have a lot of traffic in it late in the evening. So we're not quite there yet, but by the time 10 or 11 o'clock rolls around, I'm sure you'll find me or Dave or Jazz or somebody sitting somewhere with a deck of cards looking to invite some people to lose some money.
Okay, great.
Okay, I just mentioned that so we didn't forget about it.
Excellent.
Oh,
okay.
It's kind of a spur of the moment thing. It looks more organic. So
we will freeze it right there. I think we could take this one home next week unless it goes real south on us, because it was a little, the setup for this is a lot longer than the actual. Although depending on who you are and what you do, you never know. But we'll call it right there. If everyone could exit out, I'm going to save this game right where it sets, and so we should be able to pick up here next week.
Okay.
And then you are we're going to live. I'm not going to give any experience in between in between games. That's normally the way it's done. So we'll probably at the end of this adventure, whoever doesn't die or doesn't destroy history, we'll talk about experience points. To those that weren't here last week, Jazz wrote a real nice recap of the adventure. Anyone that writes the recap gets an automatic character point. Right? That's a lot, by the way. Yeah. And so it usually goes per month. But if Jazz Dog, if you want to pass the reins now, that's up to you.
I'll do at least till the end of this adventure.
Okay, that's fine. So you're on the hook for another one. We're going to keep all these so we can have these to go back to if we come down this road again. Are there any final questions here on this one? Did it make sense to everybody? Did everybody understand what we were up to here?
Yeah, how from your perspective, I mean, you may or may not divulge, but are we doing okay this go around?
I think I can answer that.
I would say to a certain degree. So I don't want to say, I can't say too much, but let's just say the next section of the game should be interesting. There were certain things that I looked for, and they happened. It's crazy. There's people that wrote. I didn't write this module. This is what I found, and the people that wrote it, it's almost like they knew you guys were coming. It's the damnedest thing, and stuff kept happening. I was just like, huh. So, yeah, I'm not disappointed. I can't tell you what I think, but I'm having a great time watching you.
Okay.
Watching your antics. There's a lot of stuff I didn't expect.
We've set a lot of stuff in play that can work for us.
Well, I mean, like I said,
it's work against us too.
It's hard.
That's always a given.
It's hard to say.
It's interesting.
I'm going to I mean, I hope everybody. So here, let me just before we go, we're gonna try to. This is gonna be the way we do it. I will try to. We'll get next week's in. Hopefully, we can finish it up next week because we can take right off. And then I've got several other adventures I could run. But the thing about Minutemen is it's sort of a revolving door, so anyone can run it effectively. We could all keep the same characters. So once we get through the Titanic, or maybe no one wants to play it at all, and everybody wants to quit. I don't know if you're having a good time or not, but when it's all done, we'll make a decision. But I have all the hero books. I'm going to put a link up in the Minuteman area, and it's a link to basically every conceivable PDF for every conceivable role-playing game ever made. So if there's anything you ever wanted to look up, this has it. I mean, I couldn't believe the astounding amount of stuff it had. So I've got source material for days and days and days if we decide to keep playing. So I think that's it. If I got any other announcements, just check here periodically, and I'll write them down. And you can put the recap up at your leisure. What's that, Brent?
And I need to steal a moment of your time.
In another room, you mean?
There's an error on my sheet.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you guys go then.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Dave,
See you
you
guys.
have a
Good
little
job.
bit
See you guys
Yeah, I'll be
later.
here.
All righty, been cool,
Yeah.
guys.
Hope you had a good
Alrighty.
time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
Brent,
Chad,
City of Heroes.
Sure.
Chad, me and Dave are.
What's wrong with your sheet?
I was looking in the book, right?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me
How-
stop the recording.
Work.
Okay.